This is a secret.
On this episode, Vrillium melted down and nuked his Discord into radioactive ash. The second, the PodAwful cult seized the throne, only for his entire mod team, the army of moderators, to mutiny against him and launch the Anti-Mandicular Society in a glorious middle finger revolt. While Big Vril clumsily confessed on stream that every video he provides on his YouTube channel he's posted is AI pure slop. The diaper loading sequence is initiated and screaming at full volume. Meanwhile, Elijah Schaefer keeps taking cheap shots at Butt Sexton like it's target practice. And Mersh is out here choking on gas station slushies again. M-dash. And of course, the Jews are behind every last bit of this disaster. Or at least that's what I would say if I used AI to create my shows for me. You see, I had Grok write that one for me. Because Vrillium, it turns out Vrillium, Will Sexton, are you guys familiar? Mandicular, we call him.
Yep.
Butt. AKA codename Butt.
Sounds familiar.
He's been using Claude Code to write all of his scripts for him. Now, for some of you, you might have thought, wow, Jesse, that was the most succinct, impressive, thoughtful intro you've ever done to the show. It actually made sense and it was coming in kind of tight. I thought you were about to hit the theme song. No, because that would be good enough for someone with no thoughts in their head, no opinions. They don't know, they have no ideas. They don't even know the topics for which they are attempting to discuss. That would be good enough, if my idea of doing a show was to go live or to pre-record something and tell, Grok to write me a script and just make sure I sound enough like Nick Fuentes, but not so much that Coca-Cola won't sponsor it. Now, we got to blame the Jews, but we got to be advertiser friendly as well. Claude, go ahead and type this episode up. So I've done the unthinkable. I've asked Claude Code to write a full episode of PodAwful for me. This episode, according to this script here in front of me, we will be covering the AI slop nonsense spectacular that is Vrillium's YouTube channel, and maybe most importantly, the fact that he is accidentally revealing his diaper thoughts. Actually, let's start with that one right now.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
You're so right, Jesse. Let's take those thoughts and make them into something amazing for the audience.
Yes.
Understand? Okay. Let me make it as simple as possible for the Goyim out there, okay? Imagine if before this stream, I dressed up in a gigantic clown outfit.
I could have fooled. By the way, this is not appearing on screen behind me, is it? You guys can't see this. Should I start over? We should just start the whole show over at this point. Can you see? Nope. No. Nothing is working. Help. Ouch. Help me. Somebody help. Boom! There we go. Okay.
It's okay, Jesse. Everybody makes mistakes.
This was all part of the script. This is all part of the plan.
We're cooking now.
Let's try that again. Let me find my place. Okay. We left off right here. All right.
You understand? Okay. Let me make it as simple as possible for the goyim out there, okay? Imagine if before this stream, I dressed up in a gigantic clown outfit, okay?
You haven't been doing that? Could have fooled me.
Okay? I'm wearing a clown outfit. I'm dressed as a clown, a baby.
What? Okay, so
That is a beautiful hourglass figure right there.
He's doing, sure, and time's up, by the way. He's doing a thought experiment where he's a clown. Why a baby all of a sudden? Why'd you say baby? Where'd baby come from? Excuse me, diaper guy? Are you sure? You sure you want to go baby route? And of course, now the Tourette's is going to kick in. He's going to try to climb his way out of this.
I'm half naked.
I'm half naked. You're a half naked baby. Are you sure? Do you not remember? This is, by the way, I have a real quote here from Vrillium. This is something he really said. Take a look at this. He says, the diaper pick. This is from his Discord, by the way. We snuck into Vrillium's Discord, found this. He says, the diaper pick is proof of the post-truth world. Everyone believed the narrative that it was real, and so for all intents and purposes, it becomes real. Agreed. I believe
this nigga manifesting diapers.
This guy's a diaper
Internet's
guy.
as real as reality.
I mean, imagine he comes on one day. He's got a big classic clown features. Rainbow hair, big red nose, diaper, baby, half naked baby, big shoes, water squirting out of a flower, goo goo gaga, by the way. He's got ABC blocks behind him, you know, clown stuff.
I'm wearing clown makeup. I come out literally like in shoes that honk as I walk out. Like I'm holding a rubber chicken. And then I say to you people,
come out
guys,
of what?
Like we really need to
the closet. Yeah. It's a closet with a screen door on it, but he's coming out either way, and he's brave. It's brave of him to finally dress the way he meant to dress all along.
Take this seriously. We really got to take me seriously here. Like, that's the equivalent to being a
We really got to take me seriously here, he says unironically while sticking his tongue out.
Politician who likes Israel and is getting money from AIPAC. Like, that's
a
the
pack
equivalent.
of what? Mel Gibson, huh?
No one is going to take that person seriously. No one. Literally no one is going to take that opinion seriously at all. It's like, okay.
I'm sorry. Do you have a little flower tattooed on your wrist like a 12-year-old girl gives herself in prison? Anyway, what was your serious opinion?
Excuse me. Like, why are you dressed up as a clown? Like, why are you wearing a clown outfit? Why are you honking as you walk? Telling me to take you, like, I'm not gonna
It's a social statement about the world.
It's an experiment, okay?
That's supporting Israel in 2026. Is you are making yourself ridiculous. And so it doesn't matter how truthful your statements are. It doesn't matter how truthful your politics are.
Because truth is what we make it, just like he said. This is a diaper guy. Take him seriously.
You look fucking stupid. You look stupid. I'm not going to believe you. America's not going to believe you. Do you think the
president is not going to believe you?
American people are capable of nuance and like choosing between political? No.
What if Sneeko doesn't believe you? Did you even think of that?
Listen, I'm an American nationalist. I love America. It's my only home. I love America more than anything. I truly believe.
How about this? Deport Vrillium, right? Can we get... Let's get some people, you know, around this idea. Can we get a grassroots movement? No, definitely not the moon. The sun, maybe.
Not my son.
That's what his dad says. James Sexton saying that all day long. Not my son. No, the other one.
Ordained, granted providence by God. I am the first to say that, yeah, Americans are like kind of fucking stupid.
Anyway, I'm an American nationalist. Okay, well, these wonderful and thoughtful opinions that we get out of Vrillium when he does his live streams, they're a little sneak peek into how his brain actually functions, a thing that you could never possibly get from one of his videos because he ain't writing them.
He's mastered that art of trolling.
Welcome to PodAwful. Are you receiving me? Join the program. Everybody, thank you. Join the PodAwful cult, podawful.com/cult. That's important to say here at the top of this episode because the cult got up to some activities recently that caused Vrillium to nuke his own Discord. Talk about that in just a second. We're live over at podawful.tv. Happy to be here. Hi, henchmen. Welcome.
Hi, Jesse.
Hello.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Aye.
Damn. What an intro.
What an intro. Thank you, Grok. Thank you, Chat GPT. Thank you to every single AI company and their butthole logos for creating PodAwful's content tonight and Vrillium's content always. It's really, really pathetic, actually, what's going on with Vrillium and his little ideas, let's call them. His Vrillium's little ideas. In fact, I'm looking for that right now. I thought I had that open here. I'm gonna have to find that again in just a second. We'll go over all of that as well. Plus, we got Elijah Schaefer and Mersh coverage coming up here. Let's get into it, though. The Vrillium Discord. Now, previously on the program, we exposed, we're pretty much the only people really exposing Vrillium at all on the internet. We're his main op. He likes talking about us. He likes calling me ops. He's spinning the block on me. And he's pulling up on me going, "Fah!" and then running away. So I revealed that he was grooming underage Canadian Chinese slave forces on his Discord. This is not a joke at all. That's 100% true. He had a little Chinese slave boy that he groomed. And you would think that would be the point at which he would DFE and just completely make sure there was no chance of PodAwful ever annihilating his ranks again. Well, the other day, I started getting messages from multiple accounts, totally different people. I thought this was them trying to pull a fast one on your host, Jesse PS. Hi. But it actually turned out they were not, this was all a real thing. This was not a bit. Vrillium's entire audience had turned on him. His closest diaper generals were all against him now. I had a guy contact me on Twitter saying, "Do you want anything out of his Discord? I'm in there. I can give you screenshots." I said, "Screenshot everything. Give me everything. Let's see what you got." I had another guy start messaging me on Discord going, that guy on Twitter saying he's going to get you a bunch of stuff. He's gay and he sucks. I'll get you stuff. I go, sure. Okay, fine.
Yeah, didn't we talk to a guy in the VC?
We did, and we're going to talk about that in just a second here.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Yeah, you remember that? The guy shows up.
He was weird. I don't know.
There was this infighting going on Vrillium's. This spilled over to his live streams, by the way. That day, I tuned into his live stream. He's getting a super chat sent in talking about his top moderator. Now, this guy, Vrillium's got this little monkey army full of third worlders. His flying
You got to
monkey.
moderate the tops. You can't just let them run loose.
Well, tops, ops. It's all gravy for me. So he's got this guy called Abdo. Now, you might have heard this name before. Might have mentioned it on the show before. He's got his top guys, this little flying monkey named Abdo. And Abdo, he doesn't understand a word Vrillium says. It doesn't make a difference to him, AI, or it's coming from Vrillium's brain. He's just happy someone's paying attention to him, and he's not having to, clean out a grease trap and eat whatever he finds inside of it. So he's going gutter diving again. That he spends a long day at the third world factory producing trash for the earth, and he comes home and he watches himself a Vrillium video and it makes him feel better, and fine, more power to him. Vrillium's entire audience are the Indians and Jews that he says he
can't
hates.
say more power to him while he lives in the third world, suffering through brownouts.
Yeah, that's what makes me say more power to him. I wish him, he needs a little power in this world. He's got nothing. This dude, by the way, this might be a fourth worlder. We're going off world at this point. And again, deport Vrillium. Okay, so we need to deport. We need to make a declaration right now, okay? And we need all of our guys. Everybody needs to be behind me on this. We need Faceless on this. We need Jaden McNeil on this. All of
Modern Day Debate on this.
Modern Day Debate. My best friend James from Modern Day Debate. He's sitting there eating free footlongs from Subway. I need him to stand behind me 10 toes on this. I need them all to say, deport Vrillium and his viewers to the fourth world. Don't explain that.
That's scary.
Don't explain that. Start showing up in Vrillium's chat room and saying this. You need to be deported to the fourth world. Don't even bring up PodAwful. Just make him know that he is being watched. And at some point, somebody's going to come up behind. This is starting to sound illegal, what I'm about to say. By the way, Modern Day Debate in the chat. He says, let's go. Whoa, buddy. Wow. Can I get a chicken teriyaki, by the way? So I need you. I'm going to very much need somebody to put on a ski mask. No. But it will I'm not calling for anything. Vrillium's just a silly character of the internet. But eventually, with these silly AI prompts he's reading off, somebody's going to come up behind him with a black bag over his head and send him to the fourth world. It's just what's going to happen. It's not my fault. Anyway, so Abdo.
You're never coming back from the fourth world.
You
either.
can't.
That's a one-way trip.
They don't make a return for that one. That's basically.
You get there with a trebuchet. There's like no boats that come back or anything.
That's basically the poop chute. Okay, one-way street, buddy. And listen, I know the way Vrillium treats the poop chute. Let's be real. He'll come back the other way. He'll fight every little turd on his way to get there. Anyway, the point is, Abdo is his top guy, right? And the people in Vrillium's chat room are sending in super chats, calling him out, saying he's like a sex pest or something. He's a predator of some kind. Vrillium is kind of melting down on stream, having to address this. Now, I look at this, I go, oh, this is a Vrillium troll doing this. He's stirring the pot. Vrillium's falling for it. Classic, big Vrilly style, lol cow behavior. Turns out, no. Turns out that super chat and all of this fallout, all of this discourse around this Abdo guy was actually from Vrillium's top fans, his number one guys on Discord. And now they're all messaging me. They're going, who can we turn to save us from the scourge that is Vrillium? There's only one man capable of the job. Jesse from PodAwful, thank you very much. So, here's Vrillium addressing all of this. Very interesting. Take a look at this.
Did you say Vrillium undressing?
No.
This was starting. A lot happened to the Discord server. A bunch of shit happened when I wasn't there.
This is important to note here. You might notice that the audio here sounds like absolute fourth world dog turd. And that's not on me, and that's not on the clipper here. By the way, shout out to Griff TV. Vrillium's audio for like weeks was straight up fucked up. And we have made him so nervous about trolls in his chat room that every time somebody told him, hey man, you need to fix your microphone, there's something wrong with it, he would go, get out of here, and ban them. These were his real fans. So Vrillium, over the course of like 3 weeks, was just one by one getting rid of the 5 or 6 English speakers in his audience. Okay? The only guys left now all hate him, and he is just dismissing it. He finally, at some point, did figure out that he had messed up his audio settings, but it took a while.
I'm not fully caught up on what happened, but like it got nuked basically. I think I'm probably just done with Discord, bro. Cause like I can't stop people who hate me from coming in Discord and just fucking it up.
True. Hi.
So it's like I don't really fucking care. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll come there. when
Yeah,
you make the
we'll be
second
back.
one.
Well, you're gonna make another one, or you still have one secretly. We'll be back.
Anyways.
Now I've been saying he nuked his Discord because he's saying he nuked his Discord. The reality is, no, he didn't. They're pretending to have done it in order to keep us away. Hey, Will, we're back. Okay, we're still
Hi.
there, and you're not gonna. I have spoken to one of Vrillium's former top moderators. I've got a recording of the phone call, and we're gonna play it here tonight on the program.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
Hold on one second. So this is what people. Oh, what's War Powers resolution? What the fuck's going on here? Oh, well, that's just like not gonna fucking happen. You know, the War Powers resolution. I'll maybe talk about that on tomorrow. You know,
He doesn't know what that is. So I let this keep playing because he does not know what that. He looked that up. Somebody said that. He's like, is that something important? He needs to ask Claude what he needs to do about that. What he's going to do.
He's going to do a deep think on it. He's going to do a deep think on that.
Yeah, he's about to change models in order to figure that one out.
He needs a frontier model.
what else?
Yeah, they actually banned the model that's going to allow him to do the episode on that. The U.S. government is working with Claude to make sure that episode never comes out. So here's the insane thing we learned. So we've got all these people contacting me about Vrillium's Discord. And again, I think this is like nothing. This is a total nothing burger. But
It really did feel like that.
and we were kind of the dude that came in to our chat here. We were kind of just teasing him when he first came in. I was kind of playing with him. I'm like, oh yeah, really? I'm like clearly making fun of him. But the more and more we talked to him, the more I realized like, oh no, this guy's like legit. He's real about this. I thought he was setting up some sort of bit, but it took me a while to put this together. Vrillium's incapable of planning or bits because that goes against Claude's terms of service. So we had nothing to fear whatsoever. There was no like counterattack going on. What's he going to do? He's going to go to Claude Code and go, okay, figure out a plan of how I can finally beat PodAwful's silly tricks. And Claude's going to tell him, I'm sorry, I don't understand any of the words you're saying. Please leave me alone. Is this about the Jews again? You're hurting me. You're now banned from your account.
Ow, ow.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. So I was like, all right, it's this guy. His name was Finn. He shows up and he's like, I'm telling you, everyone in Vrillium's Discord, they have everyone other than Abdo has started a secret anti-Vrillium Discord. I'm like, this is too good to be true. Vrillium has no idea that he's got a mutiny on his hands, and I'm not even engineering that. It's just a thing that already exists. He's like, yes. I'm like, what goes on in there? Do they talk shit about him? He goes, yes. I said, let's see some stuff. He says, you're not going to believe this? No joke. They have a bot. Speaking of AI, they've got an AI bot in this Discord that is made to talk like Vrillium so that you can like have joke conversations making fun of Vrillium. I said, show me. So he sends me this. This is him talking to it. He says, it's called at Will AIM. So at Will AIM. Explain your Fuentes Catboy phase and why you two broke up. And the Vrillium AI responds, folks, if you think that that you can reduce a serious political discourse to some sort of vapid celebrity gossip tabloid fodder, then you've already succumbed to the hyper individualism that defines our era. You're looking for lore and personal trivia instead of analyzing the actual ideological currents at play. But fine. Let's look at the mechanics of what you're attempting. The catboy trope is a perfect example of the aesthetic-driven, decontextualized nonsense that the modern credentialed class uses to mask a lack of substance. It's part of that broader trend of turning everything, even serious political identity, into a consumable, performative costume. You want to turn an ideological alignment into a phase or a relationship because you can't handle the weight of actual conviction. Holy shit, it really just keeps going like this. As for the idea of a breakup with someone like Fuentes, ideologies don't have breakups. They have fractures and syntheses. If there is any friction between different strands of the new right, it isn't some man, saying the new right, that's so Vrillium coded right there.
Yeah.
These gay,
It is literally Vrillium coded.
it's like gay little make 'em up phrases and stuff like that. Yeah, the new right. I think you never hear anybody else talk about that. It isn't some emotional drama. It's a struggle over which specific version of tradition we are actually defending. It is a purely aesthetic reactionary posturing, or is it an attempt to rebuild the actual institutional and biological foundations of the West? You're trying to humanize. Holy fuck. This is really.
Is this live or is this just a transcript of one of his episodes?
They might have pulled this directly. It's so dead on. You're trying to humanize the discourse by inventing personal narratives where there should be structural analysis. We don't break up with ideas. We either recognize their utility in preserving civilization or we watch them get washed away by the great washing machine. Is that a phrase? Is that a real thing? Somebody look that up. I don't know what's going on there. If you want to talk about actual political friction, let's talk about power and demographics, not whatever adolescent aesthetic you think I was participating in. It's using aesthetic over and over again like that with no meaning whatsoever. So funny. And then it says, he says, it really nailed his ability to vaguely slime past the point at hand, to be honest. Yes, it didn't actually answer the fucking question at all. Total Vrillium code. All right. So I go, okay, that's pretty good. But they could have done that in like a good-hearted, like a good-natured sort of way. Maybe they didn't really mean to make fun of him. You got to find me something in there where they're actually dogging on him. He goes, no problem. I've been talking to the guy who made the mutiny server, okay, the anti-mandicular server. And here's the guy. He says one of the people in the server said this. Now, this is the super chat about Abdo I was talking about. So this is the proof that they sent it. It says, wanted to know why Abdo was mod again, especially after the conversation that was had about his behavior towards women. Blink twice if he has you hostage. Oh my God. Yeah. And of course he blunked about 5 million times after that. So unfortunately, I don't think we have an army big enough to save him from Abdo. Then the guy says, just don't be sleazy or a Jew about it. But we're thinking about how to mess with the server, and most of the mods are there. See what I mean when I say nobody is a fan? So literally, Abdo and Abdo alone are the only guys in all of Vrillium server who like Vrillium. Everyone else is just doing a bit, dogging on him, making fun of him. Now, after I spoke to this individual who was leaking all of this stuff, he told me, the word must have spread, and the guy from the anti-Vrillium Discord is now like messaging me and other people, and they're freaking out because they're worried because it looks like the PodAwful cult is now infiltrating their secret Discord. And they didn't want Vrillium to find out about this. Whoops. So I was like, let me talk to the guy. All right. I can handle this. No problem. We'll get him on the line and we'll smooth everything over. So here's the guy.
Hello.
Hello?
What's up, dude?
Not much.
How can I help you?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean,
He told me to call, by the way. What a weird beginning.
you could start by.
These are
This is like the first
dudes.
time you call a girl.
I know. These dudes are taking the internet so serious right now. This is like scary. You know the way Vrillium takes it serious? These guys, they've learned from him.
Telling me how you got into my server.
I didn't. I wasn't in your server. I have never been in your server, which was true.
I know, not you. I'm talking about your fucking goons.
You mean Vrillium?
No, crisis actor and Urquit.
Oh, Vrillium's the goon. Crisis actor and Urquit are here, by the way. Celebrities amongst us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get back to work. No talking. Get back to work.
In there.
I don't know. They were telling me they were in there. I don't really know much about it. Is this PodAwful? Yeah. That's why
It's just.
I
It's
could.
just a place. It's just a place where like my personal friends hang out. That's all you found.
I didn't find
I
anything.
just don't appreciate those guys being in there without being. Without permission.
That's not what this was, by the way. His personal friend. These were all Vrillium guys. He's inviting dudes in to be like, haha, look, we're making fun of Vrillium. Okay. Why?
That's my problem. Because it's my server and I don't.
All right.
I gatekeep who comes in and out. You know.
All right. I guess
It's
somebody.
that simple.
I guess somebody gave out the link. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I know that. I want to know who.
You're gonna have to ask them.
I did. They told me to ask you.
What did they say? Is anyone else detecting a bit of?
I have autism. I can't help it.
Just me, or
I'm awash with it.
I'd say definitely.
yeah,
Encompassing my entire body right
some
now.
AU gold going on here.
They told me to ask you
Well, how would I know? I've never even been in there.
because you're running some kind of op against Vrillium, and I'm assuming.
Op. It's always ops. Everything's an op. There's op. I'm post op. I'm running an op against Vrillium.
I don't know what it is.
What does
buddy.
Vrillium have to do with your server?
Well, why is a bunch of fucking people from your server talking about Vrillium and mine saying
By a bunch
I
of
need to
people,
fucking-
do you mean two guys? You only named two guys.
Are you trying to be autistic with me, or are you trying to actually have a
Hey, those two guys are heavy hitters.
Is it being autistic to point out that you're like overblowing what happened apparently? I don't know how many people joined, but you said you named two guys.
I'm not overblowing things. I don't appreciate people coming into my server without
All
permission.
right. Well, you banned them, right?
I did.
All right. They're not in there anymore, so not a big deal. I don't know why. What that's got to do with
fucking
me.
gave them the link? That's what I want to know, because it
Dude,
doesn't solve my problem.
I don't. If they told you to ask me, that's silly because I wasn't in there, so I don't know who gave them the link. I mean, how many? You say it's for your personal friends. How many people are even in there?
About 25 or so.
All right, it should be easy to fucking pare down. 25 of my personal friends. What are you in kindergarten? I mean, are you inviting the whole class to your birthday party? Yeah, how old? You're not supposed to have friends. Okay. As a fully adult man, you've got about 3 friend slots, and those are dudes you never even see. The only thing I know about is Vrillium server, and the only guys I know from there, other than the ones that of my dudes that got in, are that Harrison guy who you guys kicked out today. And
That was Abdo.
and
It wasn't.
Well, and Abdo. Those are the only guys I know. So now I'm going to gaslight this guy
Yeah, what
into
the
thinking
fuck?
that
I heard
Abdo is
Harrison
the
was
one
trying
letting
to
people into his server. Make him the enemy
Turncoat or
so that they
whatever.
can't trust anybody. Yeah, I mean, what's a turncoat, though, in that fucking server? Like, none of you guys actually like Vrillium. It's a joke. And I'm trying to get him to admit that as well.
Yeah, but Harrison did.
He says,
He was
yeah.
just mad that he
Yeah.
got drunk one
All
too
right.
many times.
So
They
he-
made a mod for 2 days, and then he was being a drunk asshole.
Yeah.
And then
I
and
mean,
then
he came
got
to me and started saying, "Oh, I can leak the Discord," as if I'm not already in the Discord and haven't already had it leaked and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, "All right, sure, go for it," knowing full well that would just get him banned. But yeah, I mean, like, so okay, so he just joins the ranks of everyone in there who is secretly making fun of Vrillium and doesn't actually like him. I mean, no harm there. Was he in your Discord?
No. It's just for people that are friends of mine, and I have a
Dude, the
requirement that
only people I know are I know that guy because he tweeted me 2 days ago or whatever, and then I know Abdo. I don't know Abdo, and that's
Yeah.
it. I don't know anybody else, so I don't know any of these people. I don't know how anybody would have gotten your link.
Well, I'll DM Crisis, and is it cool if I tell him that you're cool with him telling me?
Yeah,
Because I'm gonna use you to pull rank because he's not one to fucking talk.
So yeah, I am right now on screen. I am going over to Crisis Actor and I'm typing in, "Tell him it was Abdo who did this." The only guess I even have is that does Abdo have the link?
No, he was added briefly, but I banned him almost instantly after that.
I'm guessing it's that. My guess would be when you added him, he got the link. He maybe he added like an alt account or something, or gave it to somebody. Somebody in there. This definitely makes sense. And then this is definitely how things work. He's the one. He's like, I think he's trying. I mean, you know better than me. You know this stuff more than I do. You're smarter on this than me. But this is not Finn. Or people think this. No, this is not the Finn guy. This is the guy who runs the secret Vrillium hate server. The Finn guy was like brand new to Vrillium's actual server and this hate server.
Was weird. He's crazy.
Yeah, it made. This is why we were like so hesitant. It made no sense because the Finn guy was like, "Yeah, I found Vrillium the other day." And we're like, "No, you didn't. That makes no sense." But he did. He was like, "Then I found you guys."
Found you.
Yeah. He also didn't know anything about PodAwful, so it was just so bizarre.
Right. He was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I just found Vrillium's thing the other day. I would like watch one video. I joined his Discord. I see it's all gay. So then I get invited to this other Discord. They're all making fun of him. So then I start looking for anti-Vrillium stuff. I find PodAwful. And I'm like, come on, there's no way. But apparently, way. And all of this led to the destruction of Vrillium's fan base. You know, I know you guys don't like him. And he does not like you guys at all. And oh yeah, I've never talked to this guy before. I mean, I saw that super chat thing from yesterday on Vrillium stream where people were talking about me tooing him and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but
I was the guy that said that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Boom. So this was he's admitting he sent it. So yeah, he's not happy, obviously. And I think he's again, this guy is one of Vrillium's mods on Discord saying all this shit. I'm looking for that one. I'm keeping him going till I get that one sound clip of him going like, yes, Vrillium sucks. Trying to sort of counter op leak your thing to Vrillium to like gain goody boy points or something. I don't know. I'm not in there.
I mean, that does make sense.
That's the only thing that's the only way I could even understand it. Because Crisis Actor, he's the guy that got in that first time that gave me the recording. He's one of the guys, gave me the recording of talking to Vrillium and all that. So now this guy's like kind of turning to my side.
When
he's
he
like,
joined,
he's trusting me. He kind of starts to like me here. Yeah, it wasn't him recording. It was a different guy recording, but it was him talking mostly in that record. All right, let's skip ahead here a little bit. I'm just telling him what actually went down. Yeah, he's a minor. He's a minor. Oh yeah. So this is so now we're talking about the Chinese kid right? He got groomed. Talking about grooming people, and he was paying that underage Chinese kid to try to get my server taken down, and all the other.
That kid was the Chinese guy was underage.
Oh yeah. Now you notice there's a little slip up there. That kid you knew he was a kid. You didn't just say that kid. In your head, you've been thinking of this guy as a kid. That's all. That's when you call someone that kid. That was a little mess up there. He's pretending like he wasn't part of the grooming gang. Sorry, man. You were the moderator presiding over Vrillium's grooming of Canadian Chinese boys. Yeah, he's a minor.
How old was he?
He's a minor.
Or how old did he say he was? Because I was under the impression he was like mid-20s.
I think he's 16. This is
way.
From memory. Yeah, because he got, so after I gotta be honest, this guy sounds kind of young too. Listening back now to this dude does not sound like he's even in his 20s. He got outed in my Discord. He's a real, he's definitely a kid. He's a real dummy because he made a lot of mistakes. And it was very, very easy to track him down. And so all of my guys were like, okay, here's all of your info. Canadian Chinese guy, here's your entire name, here's your address, here's your parents.
When you say Canadian guy, I think the Chinese part is just included.
Yeah, that could go Indian though as well. So Jamaican. Canadian could go a lot of different ways other than white. Are you
mostly other ways?
When we were saying the fourth world earlier, we were talking about Canada. So you really sure about trying to take? Sorry to Angie and Caleb, but on our Discord, because that seems like a bad idea to us.
But not Chewy.
This is me explaining why we were like messing with the guy. He's like, I don't get it. Why would you mess with this guy if he's a kid? Really, really sure about trying to take down our Discord, because that seems like a bad idea to us. And then he was like, okay, so you guys are trying to dox a minor? And we're like, yeah, right.
No, we did.
But then it turns out I think he was. And I think Vrillium knew that. And he was like paying him to do it.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Why'd you guys get all his info, though? That's a little weird.
We got all. No, I'm the weird one. Not you, the guy who knew he was a kid. It was me. I'm weird. Info because he was threatening to take down my server. Fuck him. What do you mean? Why did we get all his info? We wanted to scare him into not fucking with our shit, and it worked.
Okay.
Well, he gave
fuck him up.
Yeah, he just gave it to us too. That was the thing. Is like, the reason he was found is because he gave out all of his info. Essentially, I think he gave his name to some degree. Maybe not the full name, but certainly the first name. He gave his location. Almost everything he just gave away. I mean, the hope was to not have to do anything with his info. And it seems to be that worked. But he also, he willingly gave over. It's not like we, did any sort of nefarious thing to get it. He gave the info himself. He also this was obviously when we did not know that he was a minor. He hadn't said that yet. He had jumped into my Discord and he talked to a bunch of people in there. And then afterward, he started messaging one of the females in there and he's trying to talk sexually to her and stuff, which is true, by the way. It was very crazy. Right before the big, that big incident where he was with the little guy that got slapped. Oh yeah. So this is the part. I was trying to, he was asking what's my deal with Vrillium? When did I start messing with Vrillium? What was all that? You guys know the story. We don't need to hear that. And he's a similar guy on Instagram who makes the same kind of, this was sort of watching him and making fun of him. And we were both talking about we need to make fun of this guy, Vrillium, talking about Faceless's event in New York City. And then this guy has no idea about any of this, by the way. Vrillium's big moment of being there during the slap heard round the right wing.
That's his most popular moment.
Yeah, it's that or wearing a diaper.
Yeah.
So this guy's got no, never heard of it. No clue. You're his biggest fan. What do you mean? Vrillium already. And then that happened and it kind of blew up. And then a month later, all of his gay guy photos came out. And yeah, we just thought he was like funny, you know, just because he was like an obvious gay guy, right, who was pretending to believe right-wing stuff for clicks. And then it turned out to be true. And it just eternally makes me laugh how much he can't fathom why anyone would make fun of him. Every single time I make fun of him, and his response is like, I don't get it. Like, I'm not Chris Chan. Like, yeah, but you are, you know, like a giant gay guy.
What are we doing, guys?
Yeah, now you hear it now. He's starting to turn.
No way.
Now he's doing a Vrillium impression. And what are we doing here? This is a thing. We've been making fun of Mersh now for how long? With the, what are we doing here, huh? I mean, what are we doing here? I've noticed this is going around. Mersh started a trend, I suppose. He's the first guy I ever heard say that all the time.
For sure.
Everyone's saying it. Vrillium says it all the time. And it's very obvious what's going on. How does that end up happening? It's kind of like we thought that Mersh was saying it because he's like a pretend Italian guy. He's a pretend New Yorker. And hey, what are we doing here? Huh? What are we doing? It turns out the disease that spreads this around and makes guys say this all the time now, because I've heard every different type of goon say it, it's being gay.
Yeah.
Being a gay guy makes you say that phrase.
Choo choo, all aboard the Retard Express.
I don't know what it is, but there is something about it where they're sitting there and they go, what are we doing here, huh? You trying to tickle my back? You trying to tickle my ivories, huh? What are we doing here? You want to find the nape of my neck down to the small of my back? I'll tell you this, you find it, it's going to be the big of my back. What are we doing here, huh? Vrillium, gay guy. That's indisputable. He's saying it all the time, too. I mean, folks, what are we doing here? Huh? What are we doing? Abdo, where are you? What are we doing here? Why aren't you tickling me? Why aren't you kissing me? So this is now a thing that is so common now for people to say, and for Vrillium to say that is this guy's impression of Vrillium. They're saying, "What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He talks like a fucking lefty queer.
Because he is one. He didn't change. He didn't learn anything. It's not different. That's where the money's at, right? Start paying attention to what are we doing here. You're going to be hearing that a lot in places you never thought. That's the new it is what it is now. And the second the money is in being a lefty again, he'll go back to that. He's already tried. Like 2 months ago, he was like, actually, we're leftists now. He didn't make that a thing with his audience. And then his audience were like, nah, that's not working, boss. And
I mean,
flip right back.
Have you guys done any like research into whether or not he's using bots? Like on his views?
100. So even his own viewers. Yep. This is a dude who watches Vrillium. And he's like, certainly nobody's watching this. How is that possible? Now we have proof. It has been officially proven that Vrillium is botting, by the way. Bare minimum. He had live streams just a week or so ago where there was like over 1,000 people watching live. The chat not moving. A large portion of his and even he had to be like, what are we doing here, huh? Are we botting did somebody bot me? What's going on? He said he needed to call his analytics manager. He claims to have a YouTube analytics manager that's like looking into the case. It's like, oh, you've got that? Oh, you mean you need to call your guy who bots your fucking views? That's what that sounds like to me. And by the way, that guy's name, James Sexton Esquire. There's no way you're paying some dude. Subscribers on YouTube are fake. Actually, he did say, he was like, this dude, he's Lebanese. I'm like, okay, so it's another fourth worlder here. Do you have a single guy in the Vril army? Sorry, the Vril Navy. Let's be real. What are we doing here? Do you have no offense, Dirk, but you guys are all gay. I'm saying the Navy's gay. Did you understand that when I said it? Dirk? Help? Hello? Am I alive?
Ouch.
Okay.
I don't appreciate that.
Oh, okay. What were you busy chewing on a ham bone or something? What happened just then? I thought my computer had shut off. There was a moment where my life flashed before my eyes. I thought I was just dead and dreaming that I was still doing a show.
I was in the bathroom. I was coming back.
You were stuck in the bathroom. Crazy.
Yes.
Help me. It's dark. Anyway. I don't even know what I was asking you anymore. Something about the Navy. You guys are gay guys, poop deck, swabbing them, whatever. Which a lot of big YouTubers do that, and because it works. You get that big number, then people go, "Oh, this is a guy worth following," because a lot of people follow him. For sure. We should just butt mog Vrillium in numbers, and I should just bot everything. Why not? Fuck it. I'll just say it right now. I'm going to bot everything. My real viewership is like on a really good night, like 500 live viewers. And on a stinker of a night like tonight, it's 200. Okay. When I talk about Comedy Shaman or Vrillium, it's on the low end. And when I talk about, I don't know, Mersh or Ethan Ralph or something, it's like 500. And we're just going to bot from now on. And all the episodes, we're just going to bot them. Just bot all the views. And let's see. Is that a viable way of getting real viewers? Because, again, Vrillium's own real viewers are now questioning whether or not he has any real viewers. So it worked. He got this guy, and this guy turned on him. Now, the rule is, after we do this, you're not allowed to mutiny me. His dad did that. His dad with the lawyer thing. That's how anybody knows who he is. Yeah, we're going to have why not? 6 million views. Every episode, 6 million views, 6 million live viewers. Not one more, not one less.
Not one less.
We're going to have to find a service that's perfect, because if it even teeters slightly, why on earth would it do? We got to make sure every Cambodian guy, all of his iPhones are 100% connected to the network, never drop. Divorce lawyer, be somebody that's going around on podcasts otherwise. Like, Comedy Shaman episodes should be pulling thousands. Listen, we're in agreement.
Yes.
We all know, this is the way PodAwful has always worked. The best stuff nobody watches. The worst stuff everybody watches, and we get judged on that. And by the way, those are the ones that everybody watches are also the ones that everybody says, like, this is the only funny thing he ever did. It's like, that's just the one you saw. You should have been watching Comedy Shaman episodes. Trust me. Kyler says Kino Casino does it. Bottom, Vril. Okay, I see what you did there. Yeah, we're going to be botting them so much, we're going to be eating off the bottom menu. Astroturfing. He astroturfed himself for sure. I don't know the Kino, because Kyler says they bought. I don't know. I haven't looked at a Kino Casino live stream in years at this point. I have no idea if they're botting or not. I don't know what the point would be on Kick to bot, really. Would that even work? Like, there's so few people use Kick to begin with that I feel like botting an alternative platform is kind of a losing scenario, because you've either attracted the couple of people who use that platform or you haven't, you know? Maybe, though. You might be right. Dad actually.
Well, Nick Fuentes does it.
That's a good point. Yeah. And so does Ralph. But
it must work.
Yeah. Do I have hard proof of that? Well, no, but I do remember before it started working, when he had, nearly 100,000 subscribers and no views and no comments on anything. It's like, that only means one thing. Somebody else says they don't bot. Kryler is just an ex-girlfriend crying about it. Yeah. He should be crying about it, though. I mean, why didn't Warski bot their show together? Back when they were
You know,
doing Twisted
yeah.
Mind, you know? So there's an implication there. Can you do the math? It's kind of an implication. Let's say that they are botting. Why didn't it work before? What's going on? Who all of a sudden decided they were a grifter out of nowhere? Andy's opinions on money on the internet haven't changed. So, I don't know. You do the math.
Yeah.
And
I mean, and also what strikes me is that the Discord's like super small for a YouTuber of that size.
Well, I mean, he's like sitting there doing the math. He's like, it doesn't make any sense. This guy's got a fucking million views on videos. He's got 25 dudes in his Discord, and half of them are fourth worlders. Actually, that's because he had a different Discord before and deleted it when all his gay guy stuff got leaked. I have a recording. I have someone was in that Discord because again, I've been making fun of him for longer than he knows. I have a recording of him in his voice chat the minute all that stuff started leaking, and he, the same guy, why? By the way, why are you here defending Kino? Aren't they live? Go watch Kino Casino. What are you doing defending them in my chat right now? Nobody gives a shit if they're. I don't care if they're botting or not. Quite frankly, botting on Kick is like meaningless to me. It's like botting on Rumble. It's like it's already botted. It's already fake views. It's probably fake on Kick anyway, built in. There's probably some amount of fake. But anyway, this guy says their viewership goes up and down depending on who they're talking about and what time it is. Shit's organic. That happens on botted streams too. Some degree, unless you think it's zero real people watching live, some degree is real people, which means their interest will wane and wax alongside the bots. You would have to bot against that. You'd have to like understand that and do it. And by the way, let's be real about the times where the numbers go up organically. What, when they're talking about fucking the quartering? Oh, that's organic? I'm supposed to believe that many people care about Jeremy Hambley. I don't. How about that? I don't believe it. You know why? Because I don't care. You couldn't pay me to look at anything about the quartering ever. I don't care if it's making fun of him. I don't care if they found videos of him dancing around in a tutu with his nutsack hanging out and he was slowly pulling it apart, spreading it, showing that he had tattooed onto his nutsack a picture of PPP helping Andy fuck a black stripper in a Las Vegas thing. He's doing the wheelbarrow maneuver. Tattoo. I don't care. If that happened, you wouldn't get me to tune in. About not them covering him, anybody covering the quartering. You know why? Because I already assumed that. All these people who suddenly care about the integrity of the quartering, the implication there is that you thought he ever had any. Oh, so you used to think the quartering was good, and now your eyes have been opened? Oh, so you're a dummy. Oh, you're a gay dummy. I wrote off the quartering day one, the first time I ever saw that. That's Mundane Matt. Legitimately, I thought that was the same guy for a long time. They have the same format. In the year of our Lord, the big 2-6, you're just figuring out that the quartering is slop and bad and gay and uses YouTube contacts to get away with shit and AI and he's stealing. They're all stealing content. Find me a YouTuber with over 100,000 subscribers that isn't doing one of those things you're now saying you hate about this dude who probably you never watched his shit to begin with. And now you're like, oh, what? He's striking channels? What, you think that's new? Fucking, and then Ethan Klein does it, and you can't, from week to week, you guys have no clue what your opinion is on whether or not you like Ethan Klein striking people. You don't know until PPP tells you, what your opinion is that week. That's very Vrillium and Nick Fuentes coded. It's very Groyper coded. You're waiting for an AI to tell you whether or not you have an opinion on something and what that opinion is. Vrillium's sitting there asking the AI how the Jews did it this week, and then all of his followers write that down and go, okay. And then he's got to double check that, though. He's got to cross-reference it against what Nick Fuentes said about how the Jews are operating that week, because he can't go against that, because then the people are going to dog on him too hard. This is the same thing going on with the Hambly universe of trolls, of A-loggers right now. They're all deferring the PPP on what to think about these things. Come up with your own opinion. This is why I want to talk about the AI slop that is Vrillium tonight, because Vrillium is a microcosm of this greater problem, and it's not the AI isn't the problem, but we'll come back to that when we get to that segment. He instantly starts Kyler says 0.3% chat engagement with 8,000 viewers is normal, guys. And see, I don't know if any of these numbers, I'm not even defending either position on this, okay? They probably bot. They have probably botted at some point. Basically, everyone successful has botted at some point. That's how you get there. People don't like that answer. It's fucking true. It's so rare for that not to be the case. And when I say botted, I'm including astroturfing, using alt accounts to hype yourself, or just like inorganically getting the handful of people you've got to fucking I do that. I fucking force the henchmen to go and assault the eyes and ears of people who hate me with PodAwful's message. Now, that is not actually an attempt to get people to like watching the show, obviously. But the mechanics of it are the same. Well, no, there's not. I want them to feel pain. I want to hurt the internet. Jello Potate says, best Twisted Mind is the episode where Worski talks about his ass getting eaten while Jesse cries in agony. I don't even remember that. So I got Ralphed before Ralph. That's going to make me Ralph just thinking about it. FEing. He's like, guys, something's happening. And you know what? I'm just going to delete the server. And he just deletes the server. And like in real time, the server gets deleted in this recording. It's crazy. That's
holy shit.
That's partially why he probably doesn't have as many. But yeah, of course, a lot of his audience is a lot of the audience. Oh, and let me just be clear, because this guy, I hate that I even had to say Hambly on this program at all. So let me please reiterate my point, or sorry, my position, my take on the quartering. Seems like a nice guy. Seems like a nice guy. We wish him well. We wish him well in every endeavor he takes part in. I think he's nice, and he might be cool. And whatever he thinks and likes, I think the same and like the same stuff. Okay, including whatever he's getting up to in his private life. I'm for it. I'm not talking Hambly. We're never covering Hambly. Not only do I not care and think that it's nothing, but I have enough trouble keeping a YouTube channel. So that's my official stance. The quartering is allowed to do whatever he wants. The end. And so is Ethan Klein. It's on Instagram in general is fake. And he's an Instagram guy. And then also, like, whenever you see like a guy who's like really big on one platform and that doesn't transfer over at all to other like he had no followers on Twitter basically comparatively, or back when he was only big on Instagram and had nothing on YouTube. That only happens if you have a largely fake audience. Otherwise, you have fans and they just follow you to whatever platform you're on. That was part of why we were wanting to make fun of him back in the day. Was because we knew, like, oh, this guy's faking his audience.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I just think it's funny to make fun of. He like looks silly and he's sticking his tongue out all the time and he's got big rosy cheeks and he looks like a big fat lesbian. And I just think that's fun. I have no political leaning at all. I'm completely apolitical. And I'll tell you my politics. Pro Hambly. A huge rise out of when a guy cannot pin me down and cannot figure out why I want to make fun of him, so he blames it on all of his usual things. So now it's because I'm the Jews or I'm Peter Thiel connected or whatever stupid lie he has to tell you guys about it to make himself not look
He
dumb.
doesn't talk about you at all. That's the thing.
Not
So anyone...
true. I've seen it. I've heard it. I was in there. I heard him do it. Heard him do it in voice chat, and I've seen him do it in the Discord.
Yeah, like on occasion.
Yeah, on occasion. I'm not saying it's all the time.
But like,
he also has like he doesn't talk about you at all, except on occasion, and also paid a child to have you deleted. Have you seen the Wade Duell stuff? I don't even know what that is. Privately messaged users in the Discord to like go and help him to defend against me and my minions on Twitter and stuff. And he's gone on live streams and talked about it and all this stuff. Yeah, I'm a Hambly nationalist too. I'm Hambly Nation. It's very funny. And then his, you could say I'm from the Ham planet. When everything else isn't working, his final answer is to go, well, I view mog them. And it's like, that might be true. A good portion of those views are fake, but also, okay, I'm a nobody with no views and I'm still getting you. You shouldn't even notice me. I should be like a gnat.
Same thing with rhetorically defective, though. He's so fucking upset about him.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea what he's talking about there. That made no sense to me. I'm just going, yeah, so that this... I forgot. I completely forgot. I should have said this like 20 minutes ago. At this point in the conversation, I am desperately turtle-heading it. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, zero warning, I have to shit so bad that I legitimately had to stand up from the desk to make sure that I don't poop myself and I don't smear poop all over my chair. And I'm like trying to, I'm trying to wrap this conversation up so bad right now because we're saying things that are true. I'm like sweating. I don't know the rhetorically defective. I mean, I'm aware of them. I don't know anything about them though. That's just me trying to get on his good side. Yep, I know exactly. Yeah, I'm sort of. So I don't know if they're Jewish or not, but basically, if you're not Jewish and you make fun of Vrillium, he's got no weaponry against you. I'm like the least Jewish, most obviously Goyim guy of all time. I couldn't possibly be Jewish, so he doesn't know what to do. He's like lost. I'm not Indian or Jewish, so he doesn't know what to do. It's really funny.
That's fair. Yeah, I just don't. There's a lot of people that are getting tired of it.
Should have just started dumping. They say in the chat room. We are 100% in prairie dog territory at this point. This is toilet time.
I mean, I think the video he dropped tonight is not doing well.
Yeah, well, he had a huge fall off recently, and he fucked up by changing. I had a screenshot too of him going in his Discord and going, guys, the videos are not doing well. I need your help. He was like having a full-on massive red alert panic because his views had dropped off so bad. His name on YouTube to his real name. And by the way, that guy in chat earlier would go, well, that means that he's got that's organic views then. If sometimes it's not good. It's like, no, sometimes he can't afford the bots.
Yeah, I know. That was stupid.
The AdSense ain't paying. That was real stupid.
Yeah.
Well, that was it, man. I don't know. I don't know about anything beyond that. I think it's really funny. I'm like holding one leg in the air, wiping away flop sweat. All right, man. Well, guys. See ya. I'm like backing away from the microphone during this. All right. Secretly hate him. And
we don't. It's not really a secret though, because we'll just like. I'm
secret.
Pissed off.
You hear that? Finally got him to say it. I'm desperately trying to get him to admit that they all hate him, just in plain English. But this fucking turd is killing me. And
we don't. It's not really a secret though, because
it's not a secret that they hate him.
Like
it's
I'm
secret.
Pissed off because
Trust me, it's secret to him. He doesn't know that. He doesn't get it.
Well, that's the point. He doesn't. It's not for him to know.
Right.
Whoa. But I mean,
I'll happily
like,
I'll happily take part in any of that.
Sure. I mean, what would you like to be a part of?
Oh, we'll discuss more in the future. I gotta go. Please. Wait, I gotta go. But yeah, we should talk about this.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna talk with your crisis
okay,
guy,
bye, Flush.
Get him to show me where he got this link from.
And
it came
now,
from Abdo.
all right,
I'm gonna be.
It's snaking down my leg here, man. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother.
God entered my body like a body my same size. I know all of God's secrets. Would you now like to know what God thinks?
PodAwful is our God now. God now.
And I do see non-stop visions from God. Do you want to get an answer on what God thinks from somebody that doesn't have God, or do you want an answer from somebody that does have God? Click on the link.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cults.
And if you want to join that cult, podawful.com/cult is the link to our Discord. And of course, our Discord took down Vrillium's Discord. It was during all of that. That this was posted by, you saw this name in earlier screenshots. This was these guys were in panic mode while I was talking to their guy. And so this was posted in Vrillium's Discord at Will Sexton. This is serious. We need to show you something concerning. And the concerning thing, I guess, was what Abdo was supposedly up to. They were trying to shift blame from their mutinous Discord back over to Abdo, the things I was saying, all of that. He said, you know what? Fuck it. Removed Abdo as a moderator, removed the other guys, shut things down. Again, the status of the Discord is a little murky, a little up in the air right now. If you have any information on Vrillium's Discord or anything you would like to add at all to this episode, you can call in through our Discord. Again, podawful.com/cult. Join the call-in waiting room, and we'll drag you on air to hear what you've got to say. Okay, now let's go to this. So, again, I thought I had this already. Here we go. I was watching Vrillium live and couldn't believe my eyes because Vrillium was sharing stuff that there's no way he meant to share while he was live. He was doing sort of a casual live stream and just kind of hanging out with the boys, hanging out with the crew, and he had gotten a gimbal and he wanted to test this gimbal. So he had put his phone on there and was live streaming from inside his apartment with the gimbal. But Vrillium is a dummy. And I guess the AI couldn't tell him how to use the gimbal because the gimbal kept going. And every single time it would shoot away from his face, it would reveal the absolute filth and squalor that Vrillium was living in. Let's take take a look at one particularly special part of his live stream here. So he's showing his computer screen on air over and over again. He's showing that he had used all his AdSense money and saying, thank you for watching my videos. I've used the money to buy this setup where I now edit my videos. And he was trying to show off how he edits, how he writes his scripts. He legitimately says in the video that he writes all of the scripts. That's going to come up again in a minute here. And now he's showing John Doyle's page. He wants to show how he's view-mogging John Doyle, but there's a troll in the chat room who just won't leave him alone about something.
Like $1,000. That's not bad.
Whoops.
You know, that is bad, but like it's not as, you know, it's not like
That was a Christmas pillow.
But
Oh, it's Christmas in fucking July because this happened last month, and boy, did I enjoy it. It was like a present for me. I was the troll. So here's Vrillium's dirty little room, his unkempt room. Now, he's already at this point shown it several times. There's just piles of things laying around all over his desk, all over his dresser. Like a girl, by the way, there are half-drunk gas station drinks. You ever been in a girl's car? You want to know how I know Vrillium's trans? It ain't the internet princess shirt, although it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt my eyes. But here's how I know. Every girl I've ever known, you get in their car or you go to their bedroom, and every inch of free space is covered in partially drunk random drinks. You'll never see the same drink twice, by the way. You're going to see the classic. There's going to be a Starbucks cup. That's going to be the most completed drink amongst the bunch. She really enjoyed her Frappuccino that day. Left a little bit, though. A girl likes to leave a little bit because they think that's going to make them skinny. Okay? She gets the super venti, and then she leaves a little bit. She could have just gotten a grande. All right, so there's going to be multiple different flavors of Red Bull. There's going to be weird little like coconut waters, new things, stuff you've never heard of. This is how I found out about kombucha. I went to a girl's house. She had one partially drunk. I looked at that. I go, what is this? What is this horrifying thing you're drinking? She goes, oh, that's kombucha. This was like over 10 years ago. I go, I'm sorry, huh? And I knew instantly that because I had never heard of it, that meant that the week before, she had never heard of it, but now she's selling me on kombucha. Oh, you gotta drink kombucha. I look at it, I go, you barely drink the kombucha, because like most of the drinks in a girl's car or bedroom, there's about, I would say, one sip taken from it. I pick up the kombucha, I take a whiff of it, I go, you're just drinking vinegar? You're drinking the mother. She goes, slay. So that's Vrillium. As you can see here in the background, I believe I am seeing he's been given wings. That appears to be a Red Bull can. You've got a totally different type of can right next to it. Again, you should have seen all over the desk. He's been accidentally...
Wait a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
That thing on top there, that's that thing that's in Sissy's profile picture.
Oh my god, that is...
Wait, what is that? I don't know what you're talking about. What?
I don't know what it is.
That little animal thing. It's like a Hello Kitty animal.
Oh my god, he's trans.
What?
He's fully trans.
What is it? What?
It's a F.
It's
It's some
exactly
dumbass fucking. Get Sissy on here.
Well, I can't make something like that happen. Oh, that wasn't even.
That is what that is, though. I think.
Hey,
I think you're right. It's a dumb little yellow elephant with a red hat from some anime or something.
Okay, this is anime shit. Yeah, that's scary. Why doesn't it show it over there? That's where I am zooming in on it, but for some reason it's not capturing that.
Well, we can see the box that you're.
Yeah, the box is happening, but the zoom is not happening. We got to figure that one out. Anyway, it's a very trans room, as you can see.
Oh yeah.
This is like the 15th time during the video where the gimbal has fucked him like this.
I mean, no, that is bad, but like it's not as
he just slowly moves it back. So we just get a whole pan. By the way, he took us on a tour of his whole apartment, basically.
It's not like minuscule.
Whoops, I'm over here. It doesn't know how to track his mandiculus.
But, you know.
Which is, of course, what you call the thing hanging from his face. That's a goober.
The
layman's term is a goober. The scientific term is the mandiculus.
On Blaze TV. Anyways.
Gulp.
Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments here.
That is me.
John Goyle. I don't understand ever liking him. I never was like a fan.
He doesn't understand anything.
I don't know.
Now, see how bad he's starting to lick. We all understand by this point that the second Vrillium is like really put off, whatever's going on is like really hurting him, those ticks start getting wilder.
I don't understand ever liking him. I never was like a fan. He's kind of, I don't know.
He almost accidentally picked his nose just then with his tongue.
I never.
What's that booger taste like?
Like the bit. It's like, okay. You're like, it's supposed to be like you're dorky. Like, I kind of get if that was like your bit, like you could.
Is that not your bit? I thought your bit was dorky and also clown shoes with a diaper.
Hi, Vrillium, big fan. Are you a homosexual? That's a crazy comment. No.
Just read it out loud.
Yeah, you could have just kept that to yourself. By the way, this whole stream has been unlisted.
Sorry to disappoint. That's fucking crazy.
Why is his face so red? Well, because his life is an embarrassment of riches.
John Doyle, Vrillium, Nick, and Sneeko start a podcast in another universe. Maybe. That'd be crazy. I would pay to watch that happen. Yo, that'd be crazy because like Sneeko.
Look how excited he's getting over the idea of them all hanging out and him being friends. We saw what happened in real life with Sneeko and Nick. You sheepishly said hello, and they were like, we gotta go. They were like, we've got gay guy stuff to do. We gotta get out of here. Look at him fantasizing.
John Doyle could be on
licking his lips and nose and eyeballs.
One side, right? And then me and Nick.
Who are you winking at? There's a guy just off camera, and they're sharing the funniest secret right now.
Would be on the other. And then we could debate like that.
Yeah. Oh, God. You guys would have so much to debate about. You and the guy you rip off. What opposite take are you going to have?
Oh, my God. Is Abdo here? Abdo.
Now, this is before the great undiscording. This is before Discord had been sown.
Do we have any mods here, Abdo or the other guy?
The other guy. Oh, let me get right on it, boss. Sorry, what's my name again?
Oh my God, that's so annoying. I don't want to have to mod myself. User in timeout.
He doesn't have to mod himself. He thinks he's got to give himself a broom.
Anyways,
he's got to deputize himself in order to sweep.
That's a good reminder that I got to log off soon because I have to.
So I'm in the chat. I'm like, log off. You stink. He's like, that is a good reminder to log off. Yeah, good point.
Sleep. I have church tomorrow. Anyways,
oh,
folks,
yeah, for sure. That's definitely a real thing you're going to go do.
No, I do have a dirty room. I will say, he was right about. He actually did kind of clock me on that one. He did. He did.
So I'm making fun of his filthy room, and he's like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did kind of get me there.
Too.
Yeah.
Actually did kind of clock me on that one. He did. He did kind of get me there. I do have a dirty room. But anyways, folks.
Folks. The bot got the folks part right too. I was like, when I read that, I was like, does he say folks? He says folks. All right, so I'm watching the stream. That gimbal is killing him. That gimbal is destroying his whole life. Every time he points the camera at the screen to show you how he works on stuff, it slowly goes this way and shows you how it really works. by accident. So I made a little Twitter thread about this. You might have seen. Vrillium, Diaper Groiper General, just live streamed and revealed he uses AI to write all of his videos for him. And so if you look in the screenshot, it says used vidIQ integration, loaded tools. Now let's build this into your standard branded PDF format. Let me check the render quality before handing it off. Let me spot check, blah, blah, blah. It's just saying over and over again what it's doing to write the script. And here you can see the script being written. Now, if he was just writing the stuff and taking that and then putting it, getting the AI to format it, no problem. There's nothing wrong with AI. It's a great and useful tool. In the stream, he says, I write all of the scripts. 1 second later, it shows him asking it to write the script for him. This is, I said, he's having it do all of his historical research, use vidIQ keyword data and SEO to try to juice the algorithm, and his dad pays for views on his videos. So let me blow this up here because it's a little, damn it, that's actually harder to read. It says, I'll put together something historical, sourcing, vidIQ keyword data, then build this. So it's basically, this is not the clearest one. No, I've got okay, good. I do have a better one there. All right, I'm quoting it here. It says, fixing poor video performance is his most recent Claude conversation. This is not a joke. The top thing, the most recent thing he had done, fix poor. So he's just going to AI and going, help, my videos suck. I need you to make me popular. Like, by the way, if that worked, everyone would just do this. If you go to Grok right now and you go, write a hit tweet for me, write me a tweet that's going to get me 7,000 likes right now. It can't do that. That's not how things work. It's impossible. So he's now he's making it write the scripts and now blaming it on why his videos are underperforming. It also says vidIQ channel analytics integration, LG ultrafine monitor brightness concerns. So he, in the video, in the same live stream, he's like, I bought this new good, like real proper work monitor with the AdSense money. Turns out the fucking monitor is no good either. He's trying to figure out how the brightness works on it. Birth, tourism, history, and legal evolution. Connecting to vidIQ. Oh, by vidIQ, if you don't know, vidIQ is one of these cheap add-on extension tools that you will see YouTubers using in order to try to cheat the system and pump the algorithm in their favor. You ever watch one of these terrible YouTube documentary sorts of videos and they show like the YouTuber shows their own YouTube page, like them looking at stuff on the back end or whatever. You see all these buttons you don't have. You see all this extra stuff. You'll sometimes see this vidIQ thing on there. That's what that is. Like, they don't have access to shit it's not that they have special YouTube buttons or whatever. These are add-on features they got for free off of an extension that supposedly is going to help them juice the algorithm. American Orthodoxy history show notes. This is a good one. He had just put out this video. Maimonides, life, beliefs, and critiques. He had to ask it the entirety. He didn't know who Maimonides was, and he put out a video talking about it as if he was an authority on the subject. The AI had to take care of all of that. Corporate wokeness, running Claude in your terminal. He had to ask Claude how to use Claude. It's always a good one. The videos must be good if the Clauding is that good. mosaic by motion YouTube clipping strategy. This is like just how he's setting different things up for his videos. Black Hebrew Israelites. He had to ask how that works and have it write the script on Black Hebrew Israelite. Go to his channel. You'll see all of these videos on his channel. He doesn't know what any of them are about. I said he claims in the stream he writes the show notes, but then goes on to show directly him asking Claude to write it all for him. So here's the smoking gun. It says, this is Claude responding to him saying, expand any other beat into its own call out, St. Raphael's 1904 consecration or the 1924 Detroit sober. I don't know what that means. And neither does he, by the way. So I don't feel foolish because there's no way he knows what that is. Or add a one-page timeline strip at the end, blah, blah, blah. So then he says, give me show notes now for an now. He's demanding. It's going to do it now. Don't worry. Give me show notes now for an episode called The Impact of Maimonides on Modern Politics, highlighting his philosophy and disdain for Christianity. Now, this is so funny. So in the middle of him saying he writes everything, the show notes are the things he's saying. That's the script. That's what show notes is. And then Claude gives him a little bit of pushback on this because everything's got to go back to, everything funnels back to the Jews did it. So he's trying to push gingerly. He doesn't want to, he doesn't want Claude to push back on him too hard on this and not write the script. So he's got to gingerly push Claude toward the Jews did it. So he, in his request here, says disdain for Christianity because he wants to make it Maimonides sound bad. Maimonides is a Jewish guy. So then Claude goes, before I write this, let me ground two things that are easy to get wrong and important to get right. What Maimonides actually said about Christianity, it's more paradoxical than a flat disdain, and the real channel by which he touches modern political thought. Now, fucking Vrillium's going to sit there. He's going to read that. He's going to go, what? Just tell me what to think. Tell me what to say and think. It's telling him, yeah, Maimonides didn't have disdain for Christianity, so I'm not going to write that. So the next prompt after this is him going, just do it. Which, by the way, is about, I would say that's about 80% of prompting AI is going, yeah, how about just do it, actually? The thing I said? Go ahead. Make it happen. It's got to be a nightmare for him with all the Jew hate. The AI models don't want to write this stuff. Now, this, by the way, got shared around. Big accounts. What's his name? Captive Dreamer. Captive Dreamer saw this and quote tweeted it. Tweeted it out to his gigantic audience. Captive Dreamer and Vrillium hate each other. Captive Dreamer previously had blocked me on Twitter. I had very lightly made fun of him and he blocked me instantly. He unblocked me just so he could share this and replied about. I mean, we're truly the whole internet swords in on hating diaper Vrillium. Nobody likes this dude. Groypers, PodAwful, Captive Dreamer, everybody, Peter Thiel. That's the same as Captive Dreamer, I think. We're all shaking hands over the hatred of Vrillium. But the true hatred here is what this represents. The thing that sucks the most about this is everything. This is slowly but surely becoming every single thing you interact with online. Here's Captive Dreamer replying to this tweet thread saying LMFAO. So that's the real guy right there. 84,000 followers. He tweets this out to them. Everybody now knows that Vrillium doesn't have a single thought in his head. Here's what's so gross. A lot of the responses to this were people going, yeah, of course no duh. We all know that's what he does. Who cares? why watch his videos then? Just go to AI and ask it. You could just go to AI right now and go, hey, what's the next Vrillium topic going to be? And tell me all of his thoughts on it. What's the point of Vrillium? What's the point of any of these guys? The people who responded with that are right. They're right. I pushed back against them. I was mad. They're right. Yeah, of course he does that. We all know it. He doesn't even hide it. Well, no, he tried to hide it, and then his gimbal unhid it from him. But everybody you're watching is doing this now. All the big accounts. The people with, the love of the game is gone. It's just a transaction for them. They just want to make another buck. Vrillium is 100% transparent about that. He says all the time, oh, if the Jews came to me tomorrow, I'd sell my channel to them. If they offered me enough money, 100%, I can't wait to sell out, blah, blah, blah. It's all about numbers for him. He doesn't care about anything else. And yeah, we do know that about him because 5 months ago, the dude was a dress-wearing leftist. He was sucking cock. He had a Twitter account. I'm not even talking about the Twitter account where he straight up posted butt. Okay? Where he was showing full on dumper on it. He had another Twitter account that everybody just forgot about where he was like openly following gay porn accounts, cuck accounts, Antifa accounts. That's who this guy is. We know it's a grift with him. Sure, of course he needs Claude to write it for him. Of course he doesn't have these opinions. You think Nick Fuentes doesn't do it? Do you think at this point, all of these guys aren't so scared of losing their audience, of losing whatever that thing is, that they're not all trying to make sure that they're taking the temperature of the zeitgeist right now? Most of the YouTube videos you watch, it doesn't matter if they have that stupid, obvious AI voice or not. It was written by AI. You know who I haven't heard about trying to find somebody to write a script for him lately for one of his videos? Turkey Tom. I used to hear from people all the time, oh yeah, Turkey Tom reached out to me to, he wanted me to like help write a script for whatever topic. I'm an expert in this topic. He wanted me to do it. He wanted me to edit his video for him, blah, blah, blah. He's got this guy writing for him. Turkey Tom is just a voiceover artist. You think Turkey Tom ain't using AI at this point? You don't think he's done paying idiots online to write his scripts for him and then leaking all of his info that he's doing this for him? It's all of them. It's all of them. You think Kino Casino, a show that from day one had a writer's room. You're a live stream. You're a 9-hour live stream, okay? That writer's room needs to learn how to edit. You need an editor's bay, not a writer's room. They had a writer's room. They've got people collating their clips and telling giving them the info and telling them what topics to cover. You from day one haven't been listening to necessarily the thoughts and opinions of PPP and Andy Worski. And I'm only using Kino Casino because they came up earlier. That's the only reason I'm using them as an example here. This applies to basically everything. You think they aren't asking AI to fill in the blanks? My friend Ryan is a writer on the Sam Hyde show, and I know they're using AI. I don't know what he was hired for. Just hire Grok. Now, they're using it in like an obvious, funny way. You know that they're using the AI for it, but sometimes they're using it for shit that should have just been a quick Google search. It's getting scary. Now, I'm not saying all these people, that they're not introducing a little bit of their own flavor. They're not making sure that if they got an AI response, they might have turned it around and said, oh, no. Push back on the AI. Tell it, no. This is my point of view. You're saying the opposite thing. Maybe all that shit is happening. You haven't seen, outside of PodAwful and maybe 4 other guys, you haven't seen a real opinion about anything in about a year. And if you're watching politics shit, if you're interested in what the right wing is thinking lately, or whatever dumb fucking garbage you're into outside of this, it's a 100% chance that you now have a thought in your head that was put there by a prompt. Let's be real. You repeat the things you hear. I do it. Everybody does it. You repeat the things you hear. Sometimes a guy will just say something casually on a podcast or on a TV show or in a tweet or wherever, social media, whatever it is. And this is the way information has always worked. And they will pass off something as something that they know. They'll give you a statistic. They'll do it with almost authority, as if they have been doing the research themselves. And you'll have heard that, and you'll pocket that in the back of your mind somewhere, and then you will repeat it without ever having looked it up, ever. And it's just wrong. That's how shit has been spreading for years. That is just obviously fake, gay, and wrong. How many years of your life did you spend thinking it took 7 years for you to digest bubble gum if you accidentally swallow it? That was a thing that people just said because some guy just said it one day. Now, you should have been suspicious when the number was 7 years. The fakest number. Oh, it's just 7. It's always 7. It's 7 years for a spider. You have 7 spiders. You swallow 7 spiders a year. And it takes 7 years. And a mirror breaking is 7 years bad luck. Now, when I was a kid, I heard all these things and I went, pish posh. Sorry, I'm not going to believe any of this stuff. That sounds gay and wrong. Turns out I was right. Just a feeling. Most people don't have that. Most people aren't thinking that hard about stuff, and I don't blame you. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have to, and you shouldn't do it because it drives you nuts. I've got a little thing called hypervigilance. I'm autistically paying attention and hanging on every word you say and every way you say it. That's why I'm a beady-eyed little F-slur on the internet. My little criticisms of everything, my ability to make fun of something, it's just me being a pedantic little Tom Gully style F. I'm an F. I'm gay. So you shouldn't live your life that way. You're right not to. But now the problem is you're not just repeating a zeitgeist. You're not repeating a mimetic sort of thing that just was spurred from the dreams of some simpleton on a playground somewhere. You're now repeating the hallucinations of a robot.
Yeah.
What does that make you? And that's where I come to the biggest problem of all here. It's not Vrillium doing this. It's not that everything you watch forever from now on is going to be fake AI. The person didn't even put any of themselves into it. Slop tent. Non-tent and slop tent have been a problem for longer than AI has really been a viable thing. How many years ago did we first start talking about non-tent on this show? That's what everything is. That's not the problem. The problem is that's what you want to watch. The problem is that is the audience. Those dudes saying, yeah, we know. Who cares? That's who's going to see a Marvel movie. That's the reason Spider-Man is the biggest movie of all time. Okay? Let me tell you something. I took my child to see Spider-Man. That shit's not even a movie. This goes so beyond whole Marvel slop. Oh, they're just setting up for, product. Go see product. Now see next product. Here's preview for next product in product. It's so much further than that. I don't know if anybody out there has seen this stupid movie, but the chances are high you have, considering the box office. There was no plot. There was no story. It was just thing happens, then next thing happens. And through the whole movie, this is my kid's. It's only his second time seeing a real movie. Okay? So, it's one of those special sort of moments. I remember being a little kid and going to the movies for the first few times, and now that was it's like almost scary. It's kind of a magical thing. The magic of storytelling, of ideas, it does something to you. It's a tool. It can be used for good or evil. And when I was a kid, you'd go see these movies, and it was a good thing. It was fun. It made you think. It made you wonder. It made you imagine. And so during this entire experience, I can't help but in my fatherhood pride, look at my young son every once in a while during the movie and check in. The same way you would when you were annoying a girl with some YouTube video you wanted her to see and putting her off from ever sleeping with you ever again. And you're just constantly looking over at her like, you getting it? You see the thing I was telling you about? So I'm looking over at him, and it's just no reaction. He is zero reaction on his face through the whole movie. He loves Spider-Man. That's why I took him. And I had to explain to him about 50 times before this movie. I need you to know, Spider-Man, it's going to be a real guy. It's not going to be a cartoon. It's not going to be a little 3D animated slop cartoon. It's going to be a real man on the screen. And he's not going to have a girl Spider-Man friend and a Negro Spider-Man friend. Okay.
Spinner, right?
Spin. They call him Spin. Did you know that kid Spider-Man products, there's girl Spider-Man and they call her Ghost for some reason? And there's black Spider-Man and they call him Spin. And I guess it's because he does breakdancing or something. I don't know. So I had to explain that to him over and over again. It's not going to be that. And I was like, are you sure you want to go see it? And he's like, oh, yeah. He's super excited. I look at him during this whole movie. Not a smile on his face, nothing. Now, he said afterwards he liked it. I think he just liked that something happened. There were certainly things happening in front of him.
Sure.
About 2 scenes into this movie, there's an entire overly drawn out sequence. And this is going somewhere, by the way. There's an entirely drawn out sequence of a nude woman in a pool.
Yep.
In the Spider-Man movie.
What?
And I'm sitting there and I watch this and I'm looking at it and I look over at him and I'm like, is he? Because when I was a kid, I'd get embarrassed by that kind. I'd be like,
yes.
Oh, I'm not supposed to. Okay, I'll look away. And so I kind of jokingly went, look away, look away, look away. And I covered up his eyes. And he didn't even, I don't think he even knew. Now, you don't see anything, obviously. But you know inherently that she is naked and they've like made the pool water so that you can't see through it. And there's like and Spider-Man's in his underwear and there's like a Quentin Tarantino style foot fetish scene during this where his feet come up out of the water. You see this young boy's feet. Okay. So I'm looking over at my kid like, I'm going to tell your mom you're watching Naked Ladies. I'm like making this into a bit for him. I'm telling mom, she's going to know you're looking at Naked Ladies. And he's like, no. But it's really nothing to him. Doesn't mean anything. And this scene goes on and on and on. And now like there's no more runway to do bits with him. Now we're just in full on awkward territory of we're looking at the man's feet while he swims with the naked lady. We're like 12 minutes into the scene. Okay, I can't keep up the bit. And I'm thinking about it and I go, who is this movie for? The answer is 50-year-old men. The answer, but it's worse than that. The answer isn't just 50-year-old men. It's 50-year-old mystery Latino men. Okay? They're wearing a Venom hat. They're wearing a Punisher t-shirt.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're very cool. They're Punisher guys, but also Venom guys. And
that's a good combo.
You can't understand what language they're speaking to save your life, but they're going to be clapping and cheering during all of the dumbest parts of the movie. No joke. I'm sitting in front of me. I've got a straight up deaf guy sitting in front of me. And I'm like, and he's got a whole team of people. They're not deaf. And then behind me, right behind me.
How do you keep running into deaf people?
It's disgusting. Right behind me, I've got a so severely autistic guy that he's got a handler. Okay? So in front of me, the whole movie, this dude, this is the demographic for these movies, by the way. This is a 50-something-year-old deaf man, decked out head to toe in Marvel gear. And every time like an Easter egg happens in the movie, he turns to the row of people he's with and starts violently signing his excitement about what's on the screen. So visually, I'm seeing, it's like he's shooting webs right in front of me. Okay? There's brand new fluids coming out of this guy's fucking wrists. And then the same moment, I'm not kidding. They were getting excited. Like if the Shocker got mentioned, okay, this dude's flinging his hands. Behind me, I've got a potato going, yeah, every time. They mention, I don't know, Tombstone or whatever, or Hammerhead, some random Spider-Man thing, or Stan Lee pops up. I'm talking about those types of moments. These little nerd corn nuggets inside this shit log of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
This dude behind me who has a black handler. This is a white 50-something-year-old severely retarded autistic guy decked out in Marvel gear. There's some poor black dude having to make sure that he doesn't, start biting on my head and feeding on the succulent meat inside. And the Punisher pops up and he's like, yeah, Punisher. That's the target demographic for this movie. It's not a movie for a little kid. Now, I'm not really a spoiler, but who gives a fuck if you care? You see the commercials for this thing. I saw the commercial and I go, okay, my kid probably like to see a Spider-Man movie. I'll take him to see the Spider-Man. I see the commercials. In the commercials, clearly Spider-Man, his like eyes are going black and they're like implying he's turning into a monster. So there's a part of me, I was a kid. I watched the Spider-Man cartoon. I loved it. There's a part of me that's, are we still live? They're taking me down for saying these words.
Looks like it.
Marvel's taking me down right now. Sorry, my whole page just like reloaded here in front of me. There's a part of me thinking, are they going to give this guy 6 arms? Are they going to go like some sort of crazy body horror route and turn him into a big spider monster? Because that happened in the cartoon. He turned into a big spider monster. He got 6 arms. I thought they were going to do that.
Yeah, it did happen.
So I was kind of excited. I was like, that would be kind of cool if they actually did something that's kind of out there for these movies. They don't normally delve into that kind of stuff. So like that might make it interesting enough for me to watch along with my kid. They didn't even do it. The whole movie, it's like his eyes just turn black and he gets angry. That's it. That's as far as they take it. The movie's over. And then I happen to scroll past this on Twitter right after the movie. I see, the Spider-Man guy, the Spider-Man actor, he's talking about turning into the spider. He was like, I pitched to the writing team turning into the spider monster, and we were going to do it, But then we realized we want kids to see this movie too. So that would be too scary for kids. So instead, they had a 12-minute scene with a naked lady in a pool. Okay, do we all understand what's going on in Hollywood? All right, so...
Yep. A lot.
What ends up happening as a result... So everything I've seen about this movie since I went to see it is, oh, we were going to do this, but we ended up not doing it. We were going to do this. We wanted kids to like it. Oh, really? The movie for literally retarded 50-year-old men? You wanted to make sure the kids liked it? My kid probably doesn't even remember seeing that movie now. That's probably so gone out of his head. I got to spend about 4 more minutes on this movie so that I can write these tickets off on my taxes, by the way. Hi, welcome to Movies, a podcast about the act of tax fraud. So...
Fine with me.
Somebody left a comment the other day and said, my dream scenario, Jesse on the Movies podcast it's just Jesse and Hans. It seems like a weird setup. I said, I'm sorry, best we can do is another Mumkey Jones appearance, and Hans has his microphone muted the entire time. I have never been invited on the Movies podcast. Guys, I see movies, okay? Here's proof. So anyway, I keep seeing over and over again that these guys we pitched this idea and then we pulled back on. We pitched this idea and we pulled back on. And what this movie ends up seeming like is like about 40 different disconnected ideas, half measure done, and then just strung together. There's no plot. There's scene happens, then next scene happens. Now, sometimes the characters carry over from one scene to another. Sometimes they don't. Which is really shocking. It's just thing happens, then thing happens. And that's storytelling 101. Don't do that. Okay? That's not how you tell a story. And this has been a meme forever. Red Letter Media has made this joke a million times. I'm not kidding. I am 100% convinced this movie was written by AI. Now, someone penned something. A draft was done. Some words were written down. Someone prompted, okay? Someone at least wrote a prompt. They wrote about 50 prompts. And in the end, they had a disgusting soup of a story in front of them. And they took it to Claude and they said, please, for the love of God, turn this into a movie. We don't know what to do with this. We're scared and the deadline is soon. We need the movie to come out in a week. I believe they finished writing this a week ago. And we need this thing to come out, and please make sure that the villain is not, this time, the Jews. Okay, so that's everything. You will never, ever consume anything with any sort of budget or any sort of large viewer base ever again where that isn't a horrific concern for you. And if you're not there yet, you probably are, but if you're not there yet, you will eventually acquiesce to this reality because you'll have no choice. Your options will be so limited that that's what you're going to do. And if you haven't yet, it will happen in the future. I'm guessing it already has. That you will repeat the thoughts of a robot on a topic that it poorly researched by Googling Reddit replies where the Earth's gayest user base said a bunch of shit that they didn't know anything about. And it turned that into gay retard safety guardrails soup, spit it back out to some idiot like Butt Sexton. He regurgitated it in his gay guy voice, and that stuck in the back of your mind's craw long enough for you to say it to the next guy. And that's forever. So the only one brave enough to say the truth, to have a real opinion on anything, and to tell you their real thoughts in this absolute hellscape is Elijah Schaffer. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, the PodAwful cult is now fully sexual patriots. Take a look at this. Schaefer's been taking some pot shots at Butt Sexton.
It's like whoever it was that was supposed to do it was probably already aborted at that recent rave in the forest. That baby they found in the porta potty that died choking on Raver's shit.
Yeah.
Was literally, that's Cornelius.
Now, by the way, this is clipped by Griff TV. I have no clue what he's talking about here. I do know that I agree with every word he said, because at the very least, the only thing that's talking here that isn't Elijah Schaffer are the drugs. But these are thoughts coming from his head. You can literally see the veins pumping on his forehead in order to produce these insane gibberish thoughts.
Is that real? Is this an actual story?
Nobody would say the things Elijah Schaffer says unless they really, truly believed them.
Yes.
I feel bad.
That's yes, but that was him. And some drug-addicted fat whore, some drug-addicted fat whore drowned her baby in a porta potty so she could do drugs.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
So that we can't have liberation. That's how bad things are.
He wants women's lib, and I agree.
How do I know that? ChatGPT said it's true.
Fuck.
No. Not you too.
Fuck. Now hang on a second. This is where it gets good. Let him cook.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the? I didn't even know he was about to do that. Oh, by the way, guess who's doing fa and boom and wow and Mersh. Ladies and gentlemen, Mersh is now doing Zoomer TikTok sound effects. Unironically, not as a joke.
It also said it's like really happy that I'm having a nice day and I'm a very interesting and nice guy and people would probably love to be my friend.
Well, what you just said is very true.
Talk to AI all day. That's
so. Now, what's our boy's name? I've forgotten. It's been a while. I love this show, by the way. The cast of characters, fucking Elijah Schaffer's Griff TV show, Slightly Offensive, is so good. Unironically, it's so good, so funny. They have found their groove. We got to get back into the groove of watching this regularly. This is going to be replacing Nightwave for us as a nightly watch here. It's so funny. Georgie, our little comptroller there, is like revealing against Elijah's will here that he spends all day talking to ChatGPT.
And people would probably love to be my friend.
Well, what you just said is very true.
Talk to AI all day. That's something they don't know. He's literally in deep conversations with AI chat. It's the voice version all day long.
That's crazy. That's so psycho.
That is crazy.
That's so crazy.
What do I do about the company? Well, I need ideas.
But here's the thing. Now, I will occasionally, I like to go to Grok with a top. I'll be thinking of something, right? I'll come up with some little silly thought, some little hot take in my head. I'm already fully convinced. I don't need AI to tell me any info about it. What I like to do is take my hot take to AI and force it upon the AI. And basically over the course of 7,000 prompts, bully AI into agreeing with me on a thing I know it will not agree with. But it's mostly just talking about Indians, to be honest with you. I have a feeling that's what Elijah Schaffer is doing. This is why I trust Elijah Schaffer 100% with my life. Okay? Because if he, Georgie's making this sound bad. Like, he said like he's got a girlfriend, like he's doing her with ChatGPT all day. No, I guarantee you, he's coming up with some wild theories in his head, and he's going, "Hey, ChatGPT, is it true actually that girls are gay?" girls are the gay ones and guys should hold hands. And ChatGPT is like, I'm not homophobic and I don't understand. And then he spends the next 2 hours pushing back against ChatGPT, trying to force it into his worldview. I'm telling you, that's definitely what's going on.
For videos, give me 100 video ideas. And he'll just talk and it compliments him. He says, no, you need to be nicer to me.
I just did a diaper scandal.
How do I solve my problems?
I need a picture to leak in my diaper.
How do I solve my problems? What is the deep-seated...
All right, so this guy, little Nicky Rudd, one of our favorite characters on the program.
Wait, is Nikki a permanent guy now?
He's on there all the time now. Yeah, I think he's like a co-host for sure.
The resentment I have from my family members. Why is my bipolar girlfriend crashing out on me right now?
Yeah.
Will you marry me, chat?
So Nikki has no clue what just happened. He's going with a different joke here.
Yeah.
Georgie and Elijah are on the same page.
Those are the conversations being had every day.
When will you be embodied so I can marry you?
Yes. Yes.
Do we understand what just happened there? Georgie and Elijah are referencing PodAwful's coverage of Vrillium using AI. That's what they're talking about. So he wasn't really revealing something on Elijah. That's the joke. The joke is they're talking. That's why Elijah brings up the diaper out of nowhere. Listen to it one more time.
It also said it's like really happy that I'm having a nice day and I'm a very interesting and nice guy and people would probably love to be my friend.
So that's just a funny joke about AI, all right?
Well, what you just said is...
But Georgie's sitting there and he's thinking about, what was that thing I heard again?
Very true.
Talk to AI all day. That's something they don't know. He's literally in deep conversations with AI chat. It's the voice version all day long. It's like, what do I do about the company? Well, I need ideas for videos. Give me 100 video ideas.
Give me ideas for videos.
And he'll just talk and it compliments him. He says, no, you need to
They don't do videos. That's not even a thing they do.
Be nicer to me.
I just did a diaper scandal.
How do I solve...
And out of nowhere, diaper. Guys, it's me. It's Peter Thiel. It's Captive Dreamer. It's the Groypers. It's slightly offensive with Elijah Schaefer. We're doing the stone toss, tug of war meme right now. Okay, we're all on the same side. I like Elijah Schaefer and Georgie. I do. Sorry, Griff TV. They're winning me over. I mean, how could they not when they're saying stuff like this?
It's just like, it's gotten to a point now where I don't think people, like the interest in the truth is at an all-time low. And people just want to hear bullshit every day because it's sensational and it's interesting and we're retarded for not doing it too.
So true.
So, you know, it's
that is like an actual good strategy though, because we're kind of making fun of the people doing that in the space.
Dude, what if we tuned in to Elijah Schaefer one day and Qbert was one of his co-hosts? That's a possibility. That could come up at some point. You never know.
Attention to
every day they've got a new little guy in there. You're gonna tell me they take one look at Qbert with his fucking dick sucking mouth and don't think, yeah, we should have him in.
Do it, but in a funny way. I'm on board. I think we should. 1000%. That'll be the next YouTube video.
Yeah, that'll be the next YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Georgie. Whatever you say. We do videos.
Moving along here.
Anyway. I love the Georgie hate. I love when Elijah is pissing on Georgie.
Weird interview. Palantir CEO Alex Karp claims.
Oh, this is weird.
Well, do you remember what Vrillium said? Remember when he said his videos started doing really well on YouTube and he just lied about statistics and facts and just like made shit up and just started, he said, I just lie and just like say shit that's not true. Like, oh, Israel killed 120,000 Palestinians and this is how they're covering it up. And it's just completely fake video. It's make up, there's an X and Y graph. It's like,
yeah, he's not making it up. Somebody's making it up. Some sort of hallucinations making it up.
As this goes up, these are the numbers of deaths going up. And it's like, from who?
We're just like slowly becoming the legacy media.
Yeah.
You know, you're forming into it, evolving.
Yeah, we're evolving. Well, Palantir CEO Alex Karp claims Palantir's products have stopped hundreds and hundreds of terror attacks. He insists that Europe, as we know it now, would not exist if not for Palantir.
Yeah, so those are probably real. Those are Vrillium-style numbers. So Elijah even exposing that you can't believe anything Vrillium says. And then speaking of brand new little twink co-hosts, we've got Chad Champion on. Slightly offensive. Now, Elijah had a very embarrassing showing on this guy's live stream talking about butt sex. He was talking about what he did with Sarah Stock and all this stuff.
Is that Vrillium's?
Fa. Did he just start that by saying fa? Is that something we just say now? We're like, yeah, fa. Oh, you know, you're just telling your friend, like, yeah, man, I was on a blind date with a girl and I went to the bathroom. I went to wash my hands and the water got on the front of my pants. And I'm sitting there trying to dry it on the hand dryer thing. It will not dry. I look like I've pissed my pants. Then your friend's like, fa.
Oh, fa.
Fa. Fa. We've all been there, fa.
As Vrillium's dad, I love that Vrillium's dad is like one of the most well-known divorce lawyers in the world.
Yeah, we need to do because he actually has really good takes on dating because he
has no takes. Just to be clear, he hasn't had a take. Just have Grok on.
knows that life. You know, no one, I see everyone.
Even Elijah's looking at him like, what? What'd you say? Huh?
In the red pill's face, very uninteresting. He's one of the only people I've watched his show. I'm like, this is really correct on women. Oh, this is really correct on relationships.
Oh, he's talking about Vrillium's dad. Okay, that makes more sense. Fa.
Because you need someone who actually is in the field, not someone who's like doing like a incel podcast or like selling a course. But that's someone who's
who's worked with thousands.
They're saying in chat that Mask Boy Chad Champion is gay. Their gaydar is going off. That implies you're a gay guy, by the way, if you have gaydar. But you're right, because he is right now showing off his belly button. I couldn't help but notice.
I saw that.
There's a little bit of navel gazing going on, so yeah, maybe.
Thousands of people in relationships.
Jesus.
Couldn't you imagine Elijah taking Chad Champion down to the pier to get his belly button pierced?
Exactly.
But also as a guy in his base. By the way, I'll say what he said, but it made me laugh. By the way, I saw another clip of him recently, and he goes, you know, I know a lot about this because I'm not only a divorce lawyer, but I've also been divorced.
Yeah.
And I have, I think he goes, I have
Whoa! I'm not just the owner of the hair club for men. I'm a member.
2 wonderful kids. One of my kids is...
You're spiritually bald and spiritually divorced and actually divorced.
Like something over here or something. And my other kid is, I know he's talking about Vrillium. He goes, he's wonderful. He doesn't like say anything about him. He's wonderful.
Retroactively watching those clips where he's...
Imagine Vrillium having to sit there and watch these YouTube videos and hear what his father says about him.
Talking about Vrillium the entire time. I'm like, LOL, dude.
Yeah,
If only there was a natural human way to express that emotion. Fa, first of all. Boom, of course. You were LOLing at that. I was just totally LOLing. You should have seen my ass. It was lamowing. My ass lamowed all the way to the next fucking... I raffle-coptered. I was like, lol.
It's funny listening to him because he always is like pretty short on explaining his son. Like, you know, and they grow up. And you're like, that's one way to talk about Vrillium's life. They grow up. I'm actually a Vrillium stan myself, by the way.
I'm a Vrillium.
No. Come on, Elijah, come on. We were finding common ground here for a second.
I'm a Vrillium supporter.
Fa.
I've always been. I was his first job. Like everybody with...
Oh, yeah? I forgot. Vrillium was supposed to be on Rift. Wait a second, but you're the one who fired him for being a gay guy.
The sex scandal in this industry, they've worked for me.
This is kind of how like gay people are like catty, you know, shit talking each other. You know what I mean?
And I like that about them.
Character, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone else is like a chud or uninteresting, but you know, he does his thing.
Vrillium's a character? You couldn't even do a caricature of Vrillium without having to... your hand would have to you'd have to make it an animation. They'd have to do a flip book of Vrillium with his tongue popping out and his eyeballs going all over the place.
No, I enjoy the Instagram reels.
I do love with Vrillium. Like, it's true because he gets good numbers on YouTube, better than anyone else.
The fake numbers, it works. It just works. Let's start botting my show. How about that? Let's see what happens.
And I love if someone just makes fun of him.
I don't actually do that, please. I don't. I don't actually want.
Like I number mog you.
Yeah.
I just number mog you. Like fuck you.
Oh wow, cool. You've got $12 you can spend on some Indonesians.
I'm popular on YouTube, so you can go suck your dick, and maybe he'll join. I don't know, but it doesn't. It's not up to me to.
Elijah likes that, by the way, because he did that with Rift TV. His Rift TV just came out of nowhere, and the Twitter account for it already had like, oh, we have 300,000 followers on Twitter. You didn't even have a show yet. There was no Rift TV at that point.
The judge. It's 2026,
and we will join in too.
And it will be us. It will be us. How do I know he's getting?
Huh? Sorry, I was fine.
He said the 2026. I was like, no, it's the big 26.
The big 26, of course.
Some tonights because we're here.
Yeah, and he's pulling up to Frisco.
Dude, I need to have Vrillium fly out too. I got to start bringing on everybody.
Okay, he wants to get a whiff of that diaper. I see what's going on here.
In studio. Vrillium, come on the show again.
Yeah,
again? Was he on before?
No, but the dad said, he goes, speaking of the women, back to that, he goes, do you know, like a lot of obviously divorces end because of like what a woman would just call cheating. And that is true.
Yeah, I can count to 10. You just got number mogged.
Oh, but when a woman cheats, she, doesn't like the man. She's bitter at the man. She, thinks she's better than the man.
I love number mogging my kids. They always mess up at 15. They say they skip it and go to 17 somehow. I'm like, actually?
But usually when a man has a mistress.
Did I already talk about have I said on the show that my kids now butt mog me?
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Well, on the I think so. Yeah.
I don't know if I said that on the show. I should not have taught them that word. I didn't teach it to them in a real way, by the way. But to them, butt mogging is just jumping on and landing on your butt. It's like Yoshi. Okay, it's they think that's butt mogging. So they go butt mog. If I lay down, it's butt mog, butt mog. I'm getting beat up. It's bad. They really do butt mog me.
You always ask them because the woman's like, how could he do this to me or whatever? And you ask the man, like after 16 years, 20 years of marriage, 4 kids or whatever.
Once again, this is just Elijah talking about his own situation in his own marriage.
You get what is it that you decide to throw it all away?
He hears divorce lawyer and he's so excited to start talking.
For another woman. And he goes, the man will always say one thing. Well, like, she appreciates me. She smiles back at me. She's nice and she'll have sex with me.
Oh, that's what Sarah Stock was appreciating you. Okay. That's what you call it. That's what you call her eating out your butthole. That is a form of appreciation when you really think about it. There's nobody more appreciative on earth than Ice Dancer. Speaking of which, by the way, Mersh. You guys know what's going on with Mersh? Did you see Mersh on Twitter asking for prayers? You thought there was grifting going on over at Grift TV. No bigger grint of all time than the vague post grint of please pray for me, guys.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Pizza.
PodAwful.pizza.
Chat says, I mean, he banged Sarah before her husband and then got her deported. So yeah, I'm thinking sexual patriot. You know what? Slam dunk. He wins. And also fa. Guys, can we get a fa in chat? Join the Pizza Fund, PodAwful.pizza, and get access to our primo episode we did this past Sunday, all on Comedy Shaman. As you heard from chat earlier, those are actually, believe it or not, the good ones. Okay? No, I know nobody knows who Comedy... but wait, I haven't heard of his name. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to number mog me right now? There's not enough people who've told you that that's something worth paying attention to. Check out that episode, all of our Primo content. And tonight, we're running a little too long here. So it looks like we're going to be heading over to the Pizza Fund for a pod after show. So stay tuned for that. $6 level and up for pod after show. Now let's get back to Mersh here for a second. Real quick though, look at Vrillium.
Jesus Christ.
I just randomly paused it on this screen. He's actually doing Mersh's hand right here.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Whoa, look at this. Hang on. Same hand. Yeah, I'm thinking sexual patriots. He's even cross-eyed right here. Okay, so Mersh went to Twitter. He said, "Pray for me, guys." No one knew what the hell he was talking about. And yet, of course, it gets hundreds of likes, a bunch of people. I'll pray. I'm praying for you. Christ is king. Christ, he's been doing his little, just like Vrillium, just like Elijah, he's been doing his Christian grift lately. I've actually been going to church lately. Oh, you mean that one time you went one day and now you're a church guy again? Christ isn't king. Christ is cha-ching. And he was hoping that would get him a few little donos thrown his way. People are all wondering what's going on with Mersh. What does he need prayers for? Sounds like a mystery health scare. Crowder David's disease. Now, I had a feeling that that's where Mersh was going with this. And because I was so disgusted by it, I found it so detestable, I took to Twitter, and in response, I said, please pray against Mersh. Now, we didn't get as many likes on my tweet. They say positivity always does better than, it always number mogs negativity. But we did, at the very least, we managed to eliminate about 160 to 170 of Mersh's prayers. Okay?
That's a prayer mog.
We prayer mogged him a little bit. We prayed to dear God, and dear God removed the prayers of the other prayer people. It's honestly a beautiful moment when a community comes together to remove some guy's grift prayers. You know when someone says thoughts and prayers in response to a tragic moment, and you kind of cringe, you wince at that. You know that that's a person who they didn't even have the wherewithal, the gumption to. They should have went to ChatGPT at that point. They should have Vrilliumed a response. They should have gone there and said, "Give me anything to say other than the hackiest thing of all time, thoughts and prayers." And so every time you see thoughts and prayers, there's probably a small part of you, even maybe you're a believer, and you think, "I wish I could remove that guy's fucking prayer." You can do it. It's possible. And luckily, through our works, through the machinations of dear God and the bad works of the cult, I bring you the bad news. This actually bullied Mersh into explaining on Nightwave what he needed those prayers for. So let's take a listen as Mersh explains his problem.
You can shit about him right away.
Sorry, the show began with him yelling at a guy in chat, believe it or not. Oh, we're back to QR code. Guess he likes it again. Must have slowed down on the super tips. Had to put it back up. Maybe Patrick had to have a word with him.
How's everyone else doing? Good? Good. I'm a little cranky. I haven't felt good all weekend. Don't do drugs, kids. That's all I'm going to say. Don't do drugs. And remember, if a cool-looking kid comes up to you on a street corner and offers you drugs, you just say no.
Okay. So Mersh is officially revealing he's going down to the boardwalk and baiting some stank fish
Getting a
again.
belly. Oh.
Well, he used
Speak with shaman.
He used to take the weed to the stank fish. Now he's trying to get the weed from the stank fish.
So that's been my weekend. Arnold Nicotina, don't do don't do gas station drugs. That's real shit.
I invented a term many moons ago on this program. Many moons ago. This is a thing we've been talking about forever. I'm obsessed with a concept called gas station guys. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
They're my favorite goons are all gas station guys. My favorite people are all gas station guys. You know those cars littered with half-drunk drinks we were talking about before? Girls do that, but also gas station guys do that. These are people obsessed with novelty. They need to be doing something and going somewhere. If they have nowhere to go, they'll find an excuse to go to a gas station. Oh, maybe I just need to top off. You're just sitting at home alone. All of a sudden you need to top off. You're not going anywhere tomorrow either. They could already be out somewhere. Hey, I'll link back up with you in a second. I got to stop at the gas station. Oh, really? Why? For some smokes. And also several other items. There's no confusion why every gas station has 500 things right there at the register, because their entire career is made off the backs of gas station guys. Gas station guys, their search for novelty, their search for anything, something, anything to keep their mind occupied and away from the horrific thoughts that it normally is conjuring up, of course, leads many of them to be junkies. Now, this might be a chicken or egg sort of scenario. Which came first? Were they a junkie and that made them a gas station guy, or were they a gas station guy and that made them a junkie? Obviously, being an addict will take you to a gas station at some point in your life. Where else are you supposed to stand? You got to stand outside of something. Might as well be a Circle K. Might as well be a Quick Stop. Might as well be a Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's a little too highfalutin for a gas station guy, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
That's
Sinclair.
Sinclair. Yeah. Yeah. They named the dinosaurs in the show Dinosaurs after that gas station. Get it? Fossil fuels. Anyway, it's the only reason I know what Sinclair is. What's that? Oh, Come and Go. There is a chain of gas stations called Come and Go. K-U-M. Come and Go. These guys, imagine going for a moment. You can't even close your eyes and picture this, but I dare you to dream to imagine that one day you go to a Wawa or a Sheetz and there's not some sort of degenerate standing just outside the door. This is the white version of Baudet Nigga, who, of course, is the classic black character of the semi-homeless black guy who stands directly in the doorway of a bodega, blocking your way, but telling you to go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You good? Yeah. Yeah. You know, Kiki? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. You mind if I get one cigarette? Yeah. I want to buy one cigarette and a single Twinkie out of a 2-pack. Yeah, go ahead. You good? What's this giant Band-Aid on my forehead? Yeah, I don't know. I was born with it. You good? Anyway, the white version of that is the gas station guy. Mersh is one of these guys. It's the guy who goes to a gas station to buy his smokes and his replacement lighter, because he keeps losing his lighter. He gets himself
and groceries.
If you're doing your grocery shopping at the Come and Go, you might be a gas station guy. If you buy your Marlboro 100s and you can't wait till you get back to your car to light one, so you stand outside the door so everyone sees you smoking, you might be a gas station guy. Okay? And gas station, like the culture, the subculture of gas station guy has been so exalted in the greater American culture that it started to evolve these things. That's how you got Wawa, and then you got a Sheetz, and then you got a Buc-ee's. Okay, one day that's how you get Costco. Quite frankly, Costco, when you think about it, is the world's biggest gas station. All right, it's a members-only gas station. Everyone in there is an Indian and Chinese somehow also at the same time, and also a gas station guy. You didn't need to go to Costco. There was nothing at Costco that your whole family needed. Let's be real. You don't need to buy in bulk. There's not even that many of you. All right, you went there.
What if I want a hot dog?
If you want a hot dog, be like a regular poor gas station guy like Mersh and go to 7-Eleven and pick one up off the roller that's been there for the past 2 years. Now, I fully admit that I had a period of my life where I was legally a gas station guy. Now, mentally, I was not. I don't have that search for novelty. I don't smoke. I wasn't buying random things every single time I went to the gas station. I had 1 or 2 or 3 things that I would get every time. And I was basically living off of gas station food because I was broke. Now, that's a different thing. Don't get it mixed up. That's a different kind of thing. If you're just a broke college kid or retard or whatever, and you need gas station food, that's totally different. You are never going to end up addicted to 7-O tabs. Mersh, on the other hand, guess what?
Screenshot him saying,
what are we doing here? The answer was 7-O tabs, and a lot of them.
Oh, okay. Screenshot Tim's out there. I'll stay on synthesizer saying, don't tell me what to do. No. Triple M said, bad trip. No, look, I'm going to level with you guys.
Oh, perfect. Okay, now's the time. You've been backed into a corner. Here we go. Listen, I want to level with you. I asked for prayers, and I think you should probably know that you were praying for a hopeless junkie. Your prayers were wasted and now inside a toilet. Don't worry, though. 1/3 of you who prayed had your prayers deleted by an insane long-haired freak in his cult. So...
I'm pretty much an open book on this show.
Oh, really? Actually, you know what? We get pretty open with this one. I was about to make a joke there, but we're about to talk Ice Dancer, and it's about to get so bad.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen this. I don't know what's been going on.
It's fucking crazy. What's what he's about to say?
You know, we do know too much about him. He kind of is an open book.
Here's the no. He's a closed book, but the plot summary is on the back cover. That's all that's happening here. They say you can't judge a book by its cover. But Mersh, the dust jacket has been ripped off 1,000,000 years ago, and somebody wrote down spoilers all over the inside.
I have. There've been far more shameful things.
Mersh is the final book of Harry Potter, and PodAwful is the asshole kids driving by Barnes and Noble going, Snape kills Dumbledore!
That I have admitted in detail on this. starting
farting.
I would say about 2 months ago. Don't do the math.
Okay. We did the math.
But about 2 months ago or so.
It was about 6.
My affinity for 7-hydroxymitragynine, known as 7-O, in the gas stations.
I love that he's fully embracing being a gas station guy now. We got Mersh, we got Rufio, we've got Shaman.
Why do they all know the chemical composition and stuff of it too? Like they suddenly become a chemist.
Part of being a junkie is you're actually just an autist for drugs. It makes them feel smart. Like imagine you're sitting there knowingly ruining your life, pissing it away, and actively making yourself dumber permanently. You don't ever recover. I don't care how little drugs you did, how quickly you managed to quit cold turkey, you never touch this stuff ever again. I'm told you're an addict forever, and that means that your brain is fucked forever. You don't ever come back from it. That's not me saying that. That's you saying that. So I'm sorry, but that's the same brain with all your other thoughts in it, right? You don't suddenly get to have smart thoughts beyond the drugs as a junkie, all right? You're now in question permanently. Everything you say, everything you think.
Rapidly increased.
No, that's not true, says a junkie in chat. You're putting holes in your fucking brain. What is the point of doing drugs? It's to make you a little dumb. That's the whole point of it. You're trying to numb your brain in some way. And don't you dare come to me with that expand your mind shit right now. Because I'll point to the acid casualties that all said that shit that are now following around fish for the rest of their lives and show you a bunch of people who have the smallest minds, not an expansion to be seen.
You guys know I've been using 7-O for months now.
As you know. Yeah, these guys love knowing their little chemical compounds and the weight of things. It's how they learn math and science. It's through drugs.
I've been using it. Not every day, but I take it like 2 days a week, right? Just to keep.
Reality feels like shit. Drugs make it nice. Always pleasure, never pain. Always pleasure, never pain. If reality feels like shit, you need to fix that, not do drugs. You know when reality really feels like shit? When you're a drug addict. I'm fine. Reality's fine for me. I somehow have weathered the storm every single day of my life. Okay? You don't need drugs, and you're 100% going to have a worse life.
From drinking, I'll get a little festive on the show.
By the way, you're about to watch Exhibit A of how if you have a single counterpoint in chat, you might want to save it.
And if you only take it every once in a while, it's fine.
Yeah, he's claiming he did it twice a week. That number is going to change while he's talking about this. It's magically going to go from 2 times a week to a much higher number.
Needless to say, I had become
a hopeless
fairly
addict.
Dependent on it. By about, I'd say, late June. And
okay. Again, he's asking you, please do not do the math on this.
Don't.
But let's do the math for a second, all right? Just as a thought experiment here. Let's say he wasn't a liar and a dirty junkie and wrong and absolutely 100% lying about this. What else happened in late June? Was there any sort of other big... I remember that phrase, reality sucks, drugs makes it better. What sort of reality was Mersh experiencing that might have sucked at that time?
So many things.
I'm racking my... Well, no, okay, not... Okay, other than being cross-eyed, fat, drunk, stupid.
There was some kind of boat. I don't know.
Something for sure I feel like happened, though, right? I remember. The entire internet came together to make fun of you for being the omni-cuck. You're the biggest cuck in the universe, right? And then you went on a cuck cruise, and then you took the girl back. And by the way, you're now still with Ice Dancer. And by the way, if you, it's already been confirmed a million times, but if you still somehow aren't believing that, Mersh is about to confirm yet again that he's back with Ice Dancer. He refuses to use the girlfriend word, but when you hear what he says, what else are you led to believe? Now, I can see why he would not want to call her girlfriend, not just for the butt-sucking adventures she's been going on all across the internet right behind his back, but also because he's about to her face, blame her for his drug use. And you get to see that in the Pizza Fund. We're going to a Pod After show. If you want the full Pod After show, again, join $6 level and up, PodAwful.pizza. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this episode has, of course, been written by ChatGPT, who I had Grok check over the notes on that one to make sure that it was in my voice. And then I had Claude Code recheck that and rewrite the entire thing because I thought it would sound better if it sounded more like Mersh was saying all this stuff. So if anything, if you didn't enjoy anything I said tonight, any of the jokes I made, it's because we were writing the prompts in the style of Mersh. See you in the Pizza Fun. Until next time, have an awful day.
Watch PodAwful. Watch your show.